Hello and welcome to the Gooners Podcast, episode 5.57, called This or That, aka What's More Important Than Arsenal. And we have a star-studded, or just a studded panel tonight for you. I'm in a hell of a good mood.
Either way, I'm going to question why I'm here. Star-studded or studded. I don't know why I'm here.
Well, because of the studs.
That's what it is.
You have studs in certain parts of your body that we're not going to be showing today, but I'm in a great mood. It is not the least of which the cast of characters I have around me. Long week, busy week, all the work's done. Just this podcast, a couple glasses of wine, a good night's sleep, and then off to a week at the beach with the family, including my wife, who I have not seen in 29 days, and vice versa. So she's really, really excited. But I also found out something incredible tonight. I was watching the Highbury squad a couple hours ago, and I learned that we are taking 24 out of the last 27 points on offer, and we are going to finish in fourth place. So I am so excited for the rest of this season. So let's start there. We'll go around the horn with our lovely guests, starting with Sophie Nicolau, a.k.a. Soccer Diva, a.k.a. Hollywood AF. You're in the house. You're doing your second podcast of the day. Highbury squad's kicking some ass, and you are always a lovely and wonderful friend to our pod. So welcome back once again.
Thank you for having me. I'm really happy to be here with all the lads. I always, since I was young, I was always part of the lads. I mean, I grew up playing. Anyway, sorry, this is just the intro. I'll stop myself. But I meant I played football with boys since I was 5 years old, and I love hanging out with the lads. So it's very cool.
Well, we love hanging out with you too. Ryan, I wish I could say the same thing. Ryan, my favorite Monchichi in the world, although the level of the hair around the head has changed so that you have some like peaks and valleys now. So you're looking more, you're looking good. Ryan, is this the first or second time we've had you on our airwaves, actually? This is, we have to pull this out, actually, then. You have to pull something out, and then stock breaking appearance. That's right. So you wrote that really quickly. You either wrote that really quickly, or that's just nearby as an inspirational.
I don't know which one's more alarming.
Yeah, really. So
Ryan just has several. He just like several pages of random things. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Like in case for whatever I end up saying tonight, he's already got it written down. Ryan, tell us about your multiple podcasts that you appear on, in case anyone hasn't seen your lovely face.
So I am a part of the Ars Bros Rankcast, started by Max and Toby.
Oh, Tanner, he went with that one first. I was wondering which one he was going to go with first.
And you know what? He was part of that. That's his baby, so I get it. It's fine.
Yeah, so based out of Australia, we have we're kind of all over. We got Manny and Mike from the UK, and I'm kind of holding it down overseas, and it's a lot of fun. But I always tell people it's my OnlyFans because it's no holds barred. We just go off the walls. We talk about Arsenal and like maybe some good stuff in the heydays to rhinoceros cock and would you bang Pierce Morgan or Joan Rivers. It gets wild. But yeah.
The answer to both of those questions is yes, by the way.
No, but that does which one of those two would you rather is kind of what this Today show's about, but we'll get there in a second.
Yeah, tomato, right?
Yeah, so you do the dried out tomato. But yeah, you do the so you do the Ars cast, which I actually was on a couple of Fridays ago with Scunny and Max's brother, Toby.
Tobias.
Tobias was not as crazy as I was led to believe it was.
Oh, no. Toby's, it's funny because when Max and Toby podcast together, Max is always the more insane one, but if you go through like their stories and everything like that, Toby taught Max everything he knows. So Toby's just as sadistic as Max. He just doesn't like to show it to the public. But once you get to know him, it gets interesting to say the least.
So that's on Fridays, and then on Tuesdays.
And then on who is it? Same old Arsenal USA, holding it down across the pond from the great guys in the UK with Craig and co. The host is over to my right. I'm going left, right. Tanner, and and I'm also a part of BG Media, which is really the up and coming thing that people need to worry about, because we're just coming at you with like 20 million shows. I think we have a show about hair care products coming next week, and then a show about what animals you find in the on the west coast of is it Asia or Africa, Dan? I don't remember. But yeah, we have
pick one.
We have a bunch of shows coming, so it's gonna be.
I got to tell you, I am worried about BG Media. I think just as I did with Gooner Crack and with Not Another Gooners Podcast, I think now's the time we got to make an offer for BG Media before they grow up. We got to buy it out, insert it into our own podcast. But Tanner, how's it going there? You had a new show this morning with some beards and some other things. So,
Ryan have white
does not have a whiteboard.
I bought that a while ago, and then as soon as
it's going to be a long night, isn't it? Really? I need a drink.
Show today was good, man. It's been one that's been in the works for a little while. I wanted to get it out. Beards and Cannons. Just a cool, relaxed show. Just hanging out, talking. Was me and Souls. Give him a shout out real quick on Twitter at Let's Debate Footy. Great dude. Give him a follow. Make sure you're checking out there he is. Boom. So, but BG Media, we're hoping this is gonna take off here pretty soon. So we're getting there. We're getting there.
I'll tell you,
the
collective group on this podcast here tonight is a very creative sort, and I think it's nice to see that there's a creative bent to the Arsenal podcast. I mean, look, anyone who wants to turn their phone around and film themselves and put it out there is brave. You're good in my book, but you really want to do something of quality and that's going to differentiate yourself from people. Come up with some original ideas and put them out there. And every single one of the people in this 6 are probably at or near the top of the Arsenal podcast sphere in doing that. So congratulations to all of you, and mostly just for making it into my list for this podcast tonight, because this is going to be a special show. Oh, and Mike, what's up?
No, I was saying that.
And you got the jab yesterday.
I've been microchipped. I've been vaccinated.
Yes, you have been.
And do you want to know what I was saying? Because my in-laws are rather elderly. They're in their 70s, and my sort of thinking behind it was like, I don't really know. I think I'll be all right, but just to give them peace of mind and keep them a little safer, I'll go and get it. And I've been hit with side effects pretty hard, and now I'm thinking, do I really like them that much? Would I be better off just letting them? Yeah, never mind.
It's one of the side effects that you become a cunt.
You're gonna ask them.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And I tell you, speaking of that, I was actually so relieved that Tanner actually took that whiteboard up, because I seen his eyes fixed down under his desk and his hand going flat to the mat, and I was thinking, Jesus Christ, not again, man.
All right.
You saw that? Really? Was that noticeable? I didn't think it was that noticeable.
The newest member of the Gooners Pod team, Mike Hers, Junior, we call him now.
Yes.
Quickly working his way towards the arm.
So young.
Yeah, Mikey. We need a way to distinguish us. So we've who was it that coined Mikey Junior, Mikey Senior? I think that happened on the call-in pod. But yeah, it was Fergus. So yeah, we're calling you Junior from now on. You can change your Twitter handle. Everything going all right for you today before we get into this game?
Everything's freaking fantastic. I got no shot. I got a tooth yanked out of me just the other day, though, but all healed up, but I'm still eating lopsided like this so that the food falls in place. But
and we are a motley crew.
I'm really kind of missing the alcohol, so I can't wait. Maybe I'll get
What do you mean missing? What do you mean? Wait. What do you mean missing the alcohol? Okay, this is going to be... Okay, so how old are you? Sorry.
Me? 33.
Yeah.
34.
Okay, this is going to be a Generation X to a millennial lesson.
Okay.
When they say don't mix the alcohol, that's when you mix the alcohol.
Yeah,
let it come with a warning. Yeah, no, don't. No, just joking, but sometimes it helps the pain. Just saying.
Fair enough.
I think that probably is my reasoning behind every other
Sorry, Mike, you might
podcast
have to
that we
put
do.
disclaimer on your podcast now.
Yeah, not good for public consumption. All right, so here we go. This is a game pod because it is the InterLOL. Don't anyone steal that. I know InterLOL, I think maybe was a phrase that Arsblog coined or something, but we got InterDOL, InterLOL. InterLOL is mine, so don't even think about taking that. But here's how this podcast came to be. A little bit of background. I was on a few weeks ago, Tanner's podcast, along with Ryan and Sophie, and someone had asked me a question that I kind of gave to the panel and said, if you had to choose, I didn't think it was that hard to conceive of this. If you had to choose between getting through the Olympiacos tie and moving on, or beating Spurs that upcoming weekend, which one would you choose? And I got hit with a tidal wave of, God damn it, I'm not choosing. I want both. And I'm like, I know you want both. I want both, but this is like a either or situation. And you know what? Pardon me for accepting mediocrity, and congratulations to you not, because we did both. We got both taken care of. And but you still missed the point of the question. But it spurred this conversation of we should do kind of a would you rather, a this or that. And a couple years ago, back in the only Mike and Andy days, we did a game that I came up with, hence Andy hated it, called What's More Important Than Arsenal? And we would play it during the InterLOLs. It got completely wacky. And, essentially you had to put yourself in a position of, would you choose scenario A or scenario B? And we really kind of found out how important Arsenal was to people. And because it's been 3 years since we did that game, I'm going to recycle some of those incredible scenarios. We've added a few more in. Chat, if you have a this or that kind of scenario that you want us to debate, if it's good enough, we'll put it on the screen and do that. But we're just going to go around the horn, and whatever banter, conversations, revelations end up coming from this, so be it. But we were going to call it "Would You Rather," but then I was looking for a graphic, and I found that the lovely Holly, who is bursting onto the YouTube scene very, very quickly in the last month or two, did a Would You Rather show a couple months ago, and I didn't want it to come across like we were unoriginal. So we're calling it this.
Even
or
though
that.
we are.
Well, no, we're copying our own idea from 2000. All these ideas, watch-alongs, live call-in show, all of these ideas that other people have done better than we did. If you look back at our archives, we did them. So, I'm not saying we're the innovators of entertainment, but I'm not saying
the innovators.
I'm not saying that either. Pretty much.
I think Andy's been part of the pod when his wife was in labor. I think so. I mean,
no. When his wife was in labor, Andy. This was actually a question once on what's more important than Arsenal. Andy, his wife was in labor, and he had the Sunderland game on his phone 2 weeks before the FA Cup in 2017. But anyway, so let's get into this a little bit, and we'll get started off with a couple easy ones. Sophie, your kid is playing in a tournament final. Plays football, recreational or travel football, tournament final at the same time that Arsenal's playing in an FA Cup final. Do you go to the game? Now let's assume you cannot watch the final on your phone on the sideline, because even though I've done that, that's kind of douchey. Do you go to the game in the final, or do you stay at home, send your significant other, and watch the final at home?
Okay, so I have a significant other, right?
Well, yeah, in this situation.
Okay.
So
that's the point of having someone, is that you always have a backup. And there's going to be other finals my kid's going to get to, because, I'm pretty confident in my kid. So I'm going to the FA Cup final, period.
Okay, now again, it's just watching it.
They're not giving birth. If it was giving birth, that might be harder. But
we'll get there. We're going to get there.
Oh boy.
No, but all right. So mind you, this example is just watching it on television. There are other ones where you're.
Oh, I can't go to Wembley.
That not in this example. It's either watch it on television or go to the.
Am I at home alone watching it, or do I have my boys and my girls with me? What's the scenario? Or am I asking too many questions?
If you're already tossing off your family, you might as well invite some friends over.
I'm watching the game.
Okay,
but the answer doesn't change.
All right, Ryan.
I mean, it's hard to argue. You gotta sit down and watch the game. You have a significant for a reason. Yeah, I'll have her tape the game. I'll have her, get the camera going.
Yeah, exactly.
And to be fair to it should be a confidence boost to my kid because I'm telling my kid, hey, I expect you to be at like 20 more of these things. So I can miss this. It's not a huge deal. So hopefully,
and also you should be the example to the kid is I'm going to watch the game that in the future you'll be playing in.
Oh, so you're doing research.
You're doing research.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we have two horrible parents. Tanner, if your dog was in the Westminster Kennel Show.
But first of all, the dogs ain't going to be in the Westminster. Wait. Speaking of, have you seen the video? And just YouTube, don't be a beagle. But there's a beagle in a dog show that the announcer says it's doing the agility drills. And the commentator says, don't be a beagle. Don't be a beagle. Because the beagle just stops at squirrel. And he just, in the middle of the agility, it just stopped. And it just it just went nuts sniffing. My dog.
By the way, just as a matter of preparation, this is going to be a 2-hour pod. So if anyone in the panel can't do that, let me know. But just hang on because this is going to
need to get a beverage, but at some point. But that's fine.
And I will need to get a beverage.
I'll just text message. That's okay.
Yeah, see, I don't have that. I can't tell my son to go get me.
It's the same partner that's going to go to the game for the kids' final. Just saying.
Nice.
All right, so Tanner.
Kid, no, I'm staying home. I'm watching the game. It's a no-brainer. I barely like my own nephews and niece, let alone wanting to go out and watch 50 other people's kids run around screaming and yelling at one another and falling all over each other. So no, I'm staying home and watching the game. And I would be the awful parent. So thank God I don't have kids.
Now, Owen, you have a beautiful young daughter. If she repairs her leg and is able to play football, this is a long-running inside joke.
You know what I mean?
I sound like such an asshole saying that, and I guess I am. But it's. Tell us about how that started.
Like me, sort of, like casually indicating that Tanner may or may not be doing some sort of private activity under the table on the podcast is too much for you. But then, like, saying that my daughter has a physical disability is just completely fine.
Well, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
Wow.
No, that originated because I sent a picture in of her wearing her Arsenal kit, and I was like, "Oh, Mike and Andy would be happy to see this picture." And that was when I realized that not to send any personal stuff into the chat again, because how they can pick apart the cutest baby in the world was just a mind
adorable. I wasn't complaining about her face.
Oh, just about her legs. I think Ricketts was mentioned at one point too.
She had this huge floppy sock that was like, her leg looked like Aaron. Her leg looked like Aaron Ramsey at Stoke. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh my God!
Wow.
What Mike actually said to me was, if she was a puppy, you would put it down.
No, my God, I did not say that.
I feel like I'm making a Peter Farrelly brother movie.
You just hurt Tanner right now because you mentioned puppies.
I did not say that. I would never. I mean, look, I might make fun of your daughter's leg, but I would never make a puppy joke. That's. All right, so when I found out it was just the sock, was I not the happiest, most relieved guy ever?
Yeah, you were genuinely being serious. He was very relieved. Yes. Anyway,
I was like, I know this is a joke, but like, oh my God, if that's really like, I'm gonna die. I'm going to hell if that's actually a leg issue.
Anyway, the question. The FA Cup I would watch simply because if you damage your children emotionally, you can always just try again. That's the way people operate nowadays, isn't it? It's like, if this one doesn't work, we'll just have more.
Yeah, but we make the FA Cup every couple of years, though. I mean, like, it's like, it's going to come back around again at this point.
Yeah. No, FA Cup for me. It depends. What age is the child at the time?
Let's say... Well, I don't know. If it's young, then it's like, they won't remember it. But if it's old, then let's say 9.
Oh yeah,
that's very young. At that age, they can emotionally bounce back. At that age, no FA Cup final all day long. Fuck the kid.
All right, Mike, are we getting 6 for 6? Because I've actually done this, so I can't act like I'm a great parent when I actually did miss one of the finals to watch. I don't even think it was an FA Cup game.
Mike's problem isn't whether he wants to watch the game or not. It's the logistics of trying to watch his 42 children's football matches all at the same time.
Exactly. All right, so 11. I mean, because at most only 11 of them could be in the same game at the same time. So, are you?
Wow.
Are you at the game, or are you home with your donkey and your FA Cup?
Wow, I'm so behind. Bartender, can we get around? I'd like to buy the house.
I'm not
a round of drinks.
Do I have to get my Ouzo out? I still got half a bottle of that stuff.
I might have to get myself a beer for this, but I'm at home. I'm at home with my son, whom I pulled out of the game because I didn't name him after an Arsenal player not to attend or not to watch an Arsenal final. So
no one actually brought that up. Do you actually hold your child out? And
I'm going full blown horrible. That way, I have an excuse at school to be like, "Oh, he was sick."
And I just want to say that I believe I might have to rewind this. I believe I said that your child is playing in a tournament final. Mike has translated that into your son is playing in a tournament final. I just want to point that out. That didn't come from me.
No misogyny here. No misogyny or sexism.
Mike's middle name is misogyny.
Mike, you're going to take a time. Right, we've started doing timeouts on the Highbury squad. I mean, you're not immune to a timeout. Just saying.
This is where I shut up. I teeter quite close to the edge, but I know the subject's just to shut up on this is fun.
But no, hilarious.
Mike's back. All right, so we're 6 for 6 on that.
Canceled.
All right.
Does that make us bad people? No, right?
Yeah,
Does
it makes us
the other 5 of us were bad people way before that question.
I think that's why we're here.
Is it?
Bad
Oh my
people was
God!
never really
Mike invited
No.
us on for a reason.
It was good Gooners,
Oh
and
my
we
God.
are top Gooners. All right, the next one is
I feel like I'm in a really bad Michael Bay movie.
attend the FA Cup final at Wembley, or be at the hospital for the birth of your child. And I will make this easier by saying the birth of your second child.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll make it like you don't even have to. I mean, it's. Are you missing any of them? I mean, the first one I won't put you in that position, but birth of any child. Oh, and you have a child. That child was born. Would you have missed that child's birth for tickets to the FA Cup final against Chelsea in 2017?
It's funny because we're at the stage now where it's like, do we extend the family? And we've had this conversation, and I say that once in the labour ward is enough for me. If there's ever a time for someone to feel useless in their life, it's when their partner's giving birth and you're just standing there and you're in the way. And man, I've seen some fucked up shit in my life. Like I've done a lot of martial arts and seen people getting destroyed and quite horrible injuries and stuff. But yeah, fuck that. I mean, Mike Hernandez is that experience at this stage that he actually just delivers the babies themselves.
It's like that Monty Python movie. He just like puts out a pot and a pan in the kitchen, and it just falls out.
Get a stick. Tell the wife to bite down on the stick, and just get a catcher's mitt and some salad spoons, and we're ready to go.
Mike's had so many kids that he's now having the kids. So, all right. So, Owen, what's the answer?
Is it the second child or the first child?
It's anything after the first child.
Okay, yeah, I'd miss the birth.
Really? You're not just saying that to look hard.
Once is enough. I'm never doing it again.
All right. Mike?
Nah, she needs me there. I need to be there. I can't do it.
Fool me once. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me 46 and a half times. Shame on you. All right, so you can't miss it.
Second one, I still care. About the 12th, I was out already. I was like, I'm good. No.
12th.
Jeez, you guys spreading the love. How many kids do we have on this? He's got 11. You've got 12.
Baby.
Tanner has, Mike has 46 kids, all of which were conceived listening to our podcast.
Literally every time I'm on the pod, Sophie, the kid count
a helmet.
Just keeps on going.
9 months later. All right, Tanner.
Well, seeing as how Wembley isn't in my backyard, I'm going to the game. I don't care if it's the first kid or not, because here's the thing, and I am an awful person because I don't like babies. Like seeing a baby does nothing for me. I'm like, great baby. Like it's nothing but a piss and shit machine. Here, take it back.
Just think about how you feel about your puppies. And
what if your dog?
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily want to see the birth of the puppies either, but I love puppies. I mean, I love dogs. But I don't necessarily want to see the birth of it. You know,
so you want to go to the
I want to be at the game. Up a baby. No. Don't anybody ever hand me a baby ever in your life.
I already pretty much felt that way.
Don't ever hand me a baby.
All right.
What would you do with it?
You and Megan, are you and Megan starting a family? What's the status there?
Oh boy. They're going to start
Are me and Megan starting a family? Like what's going to happen?
Oh my God.
How you answer this?
So it's interesting because anytime I get to see Megan naked's a treat, so I might have to go to the hospital.
Jesus Christ!
Because the opportunities that present itself, you got to kind of jump at it.
Sophie, Ryan is an Orthodox Jew, and he only sees her through a sheet with a hole in it. So there's
is it like a only on Tuesday night thing? Is that what it?
Well, so it's only on Tuesday nights once every 3 months.
Yeah.
That's when I sub on Same Old Arsenal USA for him.
So you're already married then?
No. In November, I'm getting.
But I'm saying the frequency of that kind of sex you would indicate that perhaps you're already married.
Yeah, that's true.
Sophie, let me tell you how whipped Ryan is real quick. Megan doesn't actually have his nuts in her purse. She gave them to her mother. His mother-in-law now has his nuts in her purse.
Wow, double whammy.
Every now and then she opens them up and she goes, "You see those? You see those? They belong to me now. They belong to me."
Is this an Arsenal podcast? Just ask. I mean,
I'm still blown away that you're here with these renegades.
You cannot.
It's like one of those. Okay. No, go on. Carry on.
You cannot stream the thing on the phone. All right. So Ryan, yes or no? Birth of child or FA Cup final at Wembley? Assume good seat. Someone was at. Jared was asking.
Jared, he said good sex. I'm like, I would hope so. If I'm having a kid.
Ryan, you can go with me. You can go with me.
Oh yeah. No. I mean, push come to shove.
Good friend right there.
When you say go with you, you mean to the game?
To the game. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant have a kid together. All right. Well, then in that case, I'm not going to the game.
No judgment.
No, I'm definitely going to the game. Like Tanner said, the game's not in my backyard. I've actually never been overseas, so that's going to be a trip and a half for me.
You guys are some savages. I mean, like I like to consider myself proper hard Arsenal supporter, but if I missed the birth of any of my children for anything, like podcast gone, penis gone, everything gone. So
my plan is to buy a sheet at the Emirates, like maybe an Arsenal sheet that I could use for like maybe making another kid.
Nice.
That would be the plan.
It'd be the Good Boys banner that we don't need anymore for fucking Alexis. All right, so one person's going to the hospital, 4 people are going to the game. So
is this still the FA? You should have made this the Champions League final.
There are some that are Champions League. There are some that are FA. Just kind of.
Sorry. I should. This is not my show. So yeah. This is a tough one. If it's the second child, it's still a tough bargaining tool. If it was the third, I think it's a no-brainer. What if I could be there for some of the labor pains and then get to the game still? Huh? So I would still be present and go through, say, do that whole bit. You know what I mean?
We never got that, by the way, with either of our kids. They were both. Well, one was an emergency, the other was a planned C-section. So I don't even know what that's like.
Yeah. Well, I have to draw the line at some point. And
Sophie, thank you.
The birth of a child is pretty insignificant, so I'm going to.
I knew you were going to do that to me. All right, ladies, if you're watching, I am the one family man in the.
Tremendous.
Okay, yeah, that was good. You had me. All right, God. So let's move on here. Okay, so this one should be fairly easy then. Assume you live in London, and your fiance's parents, Ryan, fly in from the States. You've never met them before, but you're getting married already. They fly in from the States.
The other answer.
They fly into the States for one day to meet you for lunch, but it's the same day as Arsenal are playing in the FA Cup final.
Oh, boy.
If you go, you miss them completely. Maybe we can make this very quick. Ryan, do you bail on your fiance, who may not choose to stay your fiance if you blow off her parents? Do you bail, or do you go to the FA Cup final, or do you bail, or do you go to lunch?
Arsenal,
And if you go to lunch with them, you can watch the FA Cup final on your phone.
Ooh.
But you had tickets to go.
Arsenal could be playing Lincoln City in the third round of the FA Cup. I'm skipping lunch. I'm skipping lunch. I'm watching the game.
Okay, Tanner.
Sorry,
this is an easy one for me. So if they were playing Boreham Wood in the first preseason friendly,
that's good.
I'm skipping lunch. Here's the caveat to that. My fiance is also skipping lunch because her family is they're space cadets, the lot of them. So she's not going either. She's coming with me. Hey guys, if you find yourself in a pickle in London, give me a shout on the horn and we'll figure it out. But this is what we're doing today.
Why don't you bring him to the game? They would bring him to the game and say, "This is the restaurant."
No, that's not the option. Just let it be known that this is going to be the formative moment that they form an opinion on you. So just take that in mind.
Yeah, I got to consider the source of the opinions.
Mike,
who's forming those opinions? So,
as someone who loves their wife, not to say that the others don't. I'm just saying I know that you do.
Today, you love her today, right?
Today, yeah. What do you roll yourself back to the days where you were just young pups dating when you only had 24 children, and what would you do? They're coming into London for a big lunch to meet you, to get for you to get their blessing to marry their daughter, and you skip off and go to the FA Cup, or do you watch it on your phone, go to the bathroom a lot, and kind of hang in there for 10 minutes?
I'm going to the FA Cup on this one. I'm skipping on that lunch. Yeah, for sure.
Good man.
Yeah.
There are dozens of kids who are never going to be born as a result of that decision. That's awful. All right, Owen.
How inconsiderate would the parents have to be to want to meet at the exact time? It's only like a 2-hour window. I would say stop being so inconsiderate and fuck off. So I would go to the Arsenal game because I wouldn't want to be involved with those type of people anyway.
Yeah, so you don't need to surround yourself with that kind of negativity.
No. And there's no underlying anger.
Negativity? We're Arsenal fans, Tanner. What are you talking about?
That's true.
Come on.
I like Drago's really thing here. He's completely spun this into a situation where he says, it will show how loyal I am to a relationship. My relationship with Arsenal.
Oh, I've said that to my missus before. I've only really known you like 10 years. It says I've loved Arsenal my whole life. So
well, there's a saying in the Armory gift shop, right by where you get your shirts printed. I forget what the saying is. Something like, my wife finally if anyone in here knows what the saying is, it has something to do with my wife and my football club, and my wife now understands why I love the football club. I'm completely spacing on what it is, but it's on the wall, like on your left as you enter that room where all the kits and all the presses are. But
my card is going to be like our Jamie on Joe Rogan. Jamie, pull that shit up. Yeah.
Pull that shit up, Mike. So, what do you do in this situation? I mean, based on your previous answers, I think it's.
I mean,
clear.
if I'm skipping the birth of my second child, I don't care about.
But you may never get to the child stage if you are blowing off the in-laws from the beginning. I guess that's the point. But
I would kind of pull a PR, one of my PR moves, call on some contacts and make it up to them and put on some spread and something they'll never forget, where they'll then just be like, oh, what was that you did this afternoon? Oh, yeah.
No one's going the blow up doll route where like you blow up doll of yourself and hope they just don't notice. I mean, that's out of the question.
No.
little weekend at Bernie's action. Huh?
Yeah.
Very 90s. When I first moved to LA, I used the blow up doll so I could drive in the carpool lane.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, totally. I mean,
they will screw you over if you get caught doing that these days.
I actually got caught once, and I used my accent, and they took pity on me and let me go. So yeah, I played the sympathy card.
Did you like double the accent? Did you go like full Cockney and
No,
stuff? Like,
but
did you go
then
lead judges and stuff? Or
Yeah, I went. I did do pan and potato. I didn't like drink a half a lager shandy with my finger up. Like I didn't do any of that bollocks. I'm not that weak
you
sauce.
were half judges then, is what we're saying. Oh God, that's beautiful. All right, well.
God.
I'm not missing the birth of my kid, but I am going to miss the lunch with the in-laws to go to the FA Cup final. So, yeah, I'm going to skip the next one because it's kind of close to the birth question. You're on your way to the FA Cup final.
God damn FA Cup final. I mean, don't Arsenal fans get tired of winning this goddamn thing?
I think this is
we got 14 finals to go to.
I think this is the last FA Cup final question. You're on your way to the FA Cup final. And you see your nan on the side of the motorway with a flat tire.
No, boy.
Do you keep driving or do you stop to help her knowing that you'll miss at least the first half?
Oh, God.
Tanner.
I move as far away from the shoulder as possible so she doesn't see me. I call AAA, tell them where she is, that she has a flat, give them my membership information if need be, and continue on my way to the match. And she will somehow or other spite me from heaven tonight. So I'm sure she just heard me say that. She's like, motherfucker.
You're not helping your nan. All right, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm going 80 past her calling. AAA.
Man, you guys are some savages. You know, I love Arsenal, but
to be fair, my mom works for AAA, so I
said I would call AAA. Like I'll call Ryan's mom.
Yeah. Yeah, I could get her the premium discount. I got the sources. So,
I didn't even know Ryan's mom worked for AAA, and I called her last night. So, no, all right. So you're both moving past her. I see you as being someone that would just absolutely love your nan. So, I mean, or unless there's a relationship thing that I'm not aware of.
There's I know this. Okay. A good stand-up joke would be if it was my mum's mom, I'd stop. If it was my dad's, I'm not sure I'm stopping. No, I would stop for my nan. There's no way. If there's someone I'm stopping for, I took her name as well, you know. So I'm stopping for Nana Sophia. There's no doubt about that. No one else really, probably just my nan.
Okay, I'm going with. I'm going to the FA Cup, and I mean, like, I'm not going to get to see the FA Cup again. I will. I mean, my nan, both of my nans, I will not see again either. But that isn't because I left them on the side of the road. So yeah, I'm doing the FA Cup.
That's going to have to be something you live with, Mike.
Well, so is missing the birth of my children. Every time I look at my child, I'm going to be like, I missed seeing them born.
Your nan will go quicker. Your kids you'll have to deal with for like until you die.
I know. So when my nan is gone, I'll stop worrying about it. I mean, God rest their soul. All right, Owen, what are you doing?
My nan was actually.
Are nans a big thing in Northern Ireland?
No, granny. We call them grannies.
Granny? Yeah, we don't call them nans here either. But
my granny was a fully qualified car mechanic. So.
That's a no-brainer.
Nah, I'm just joking. No, but she was a stern old bitch and should be able to take care of herself, no doubt whatsoever. And I'm quite on the same boat as Sophie, because my nan on my mum's side was an absolute sweetheart, but again, a stern old bitch. And the one on my dad's side was just an absolute witch. So,
wow, what's worse, a bitch or a witch?
The witch for sure.
Hold on, we don't want to lose Sherlock Holmes. So, what did you guys all think of the game that we played last week? We have to talk about Arsenal.
We had a game last week.
Yep. And that's our Arsenal talk for today.
I'm not talking about that game again. I'm not doing that again.
It is the InterLOL right now. So we're talking about Arsenal, but we're not talking about the same old things for Arsenal. So, all right, go back, Owen.
No, I'm driving on. I'm driving.
And Mikey. Mikey's more hardcore than I realized, which should have known before we. Now, are you stopping for your for grandmama, for abuela?
Mi abuela, I'm cheating on this because I never had the chance to meet them. So there's no, I have no.
Well, now you do. You have a chance of meeting them on the side of the road.
There's no. There you go. No, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what, Grandma. No, my mom would change it herself. Grandma, I can't do it, dude. No, Karma. We'll like lose the game in the 92nd minute and be like, it's because I didn't stop. I wouldn't be able to go to sleep that night. So I'm stopping, helping him change that tire.
All right, cool.
No.
All right, it's the last match of the season.
Is it the FA Cup final?
Which is the FA Cup final.
No FA Cup final here. Arsenal have a chance for a top 4 finish, which I think Super Kev just predicted is going to happen today.
Yeah.
The game is against Spurs at the Emirates. Thing is, Arteta's been so fed up with play lately that he's offered a spot to an Arsenal fan to play in the match, and you have won the lottery. If you don't play, then he'll go with the full squad, whatever squad he puts out. Do you play and most likely cost the team a spot in the Champions League and have every fan hate you, or do you live your dream? Or do you live your dream, or kick Harry Kane in the balls, or do you pass on it and hope that the team can actually win their way into the Final Four? We're going to start with you, Mikey Jr. You living out your dream? You living out your dream of playing in a derby, or are you running away from there so you don't get killed for it?
I have an opportunity to make my Jewish dad so happy, So
I'm so proud of you, son. All right, so what are you doing?
I'm playing that game. I'm two-footing somebody for sure, assuming I could catch up to them.
All right, so Europa League for another year, but all right, Tanner.
Yes.
It's your one chance to play for the Arsenal.
See, I would look at it more as a chance to fuck Harry Kane up big time. But no, I would much rather see Champions League, and all I'm going to do is be a hindrance out there. I'm not playing. So unless you're putting me in net, I'm still not playing.
Yeah, and playing or not playing doesn't really say whether you find Arsenal more important. This is more about, do you sacrifice your own needs for Arsenal? Ryan, you look like you've kicked the ball around maybe a couple times.
This is that was a perfect comment, because that would be my question. Can I pick who I replace?
Yes.
Because if I can replace Xhaka, then it's an easy yes. I'm taking a shit because he's starting.
They won't even notice. They won't even notice.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I think I can keep up with Xhaka. I think so. Originally I was thinking about being the cute 6-foot mascot walking with Aubameyang out to the field at the beginning of the game. But if I can replace Xhaka, I'm doing that all day long.
How are you gonna be the cute 6-foot mascot? You don't have either one of those characteristics. No, all right.
Oh yeah, well I'm only 5'8", but I was about 6. Never mind. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna play for Xhaka.
6 foot with a hair.
He's 6 foot tall. He's 6 foot tall in heels when Megan dresses him up.
You're gonna play with. All right. So Sophie, are you
doesn't
playing?
Dress me up. It's a choice.
Are you playing, or are you bowing out to presumably benefit the team? I mean, if you think you can outplay them, then it's kind of it's a twofer.
I mean, there are some moments in life where being selfish matters. And in this instance, selfishness is key. So I would take the game and I would play the game. And can I still, so we don't qualify if I score or we win or anything, right?
Yeah, I mean, you might. I mean, the assumption is that they're probably going to target you. And the Tottenham probably will, although with Mourinho, who knows, but they'll probably target you and we have a lesser chance of winning with one of us 6 in the game than an actual Arsenal player, but it doesn't automatically mean we're going to lose. So.
Sophie, yeah. I would choose you over Xhaka. So.
Oh, thanks very much. I want to. Seeing as we don't qualify for the Champions League anymore, I'd take the game. I'd want to make like Tottenham players cry, and especially if I'm a girl. I might pull a US women's national team, score a penalty, take my shirt off, and slide into the old North Bank, and call it a day, and go home, have a cup of tea and a rich tea biscuit.
The original question was written when it was kind of new for us to not be in the Champions League. So now at this point, I should probably have changed it around a little bit. But yeah, I mean,
I'm playing in the game, Mike.
What
you should.
When I played in school, I was like a playmaker because, kind of take the ball, touch the ball, pass the ball, little bit like, Johan and Pep. But yeah, I was too small back in the day, so I wasn't able to make. I actually tried to have a trial with Arsenal ladies, and I couldn't because I was too small. So I used to go home. I used to go practice and put ankle weights on and wrist weights on and try and grow taller, but I couldn't. So yeah. So I'm going to play in the game, God damn it, and I'm going to make a mark, and I'm going to be on the cover.
Imagine
of the national newspaper.
Imagine you do the whole Lucas Torreira thing in your first North London derby. I mean, this could end up.
When I say take my shirt off, I've got something underneath, by the way, guys, with some type of message. I mean, it'll be an FU to Spurs fans somehow. I mean, that's what it would be,
Yeah, like FU Jermaine Genius or something like that.
Epstein didn't kill himself. Yeah.
So I used to fancy myself quite a footballer. I even got one major football journalist who tells the world about how pacey I used to be, how many goals I used to score. I mean, I don't know that that just everyone gets that, but and then
did you say racy or pacey?
Pacey.
Oh, right, pacey. Okay.
I was a speed merchant and a goal merchant, and that's all I knew how to do. I could not actually dribble or control the ball.
You were Theo Walcott.
Pretty much, without the knee injury. But yeah, and then when I was 17, I discovered food. But like at this point, I mean, if I go, I would basically just be standing there like a stationary referee at this point. So I'm going to pass on that. I'm going to let anyone else. I would say rather than me or Xhaka, I would put Sophie out there, and I think we would win. Mike. Oh, and did we get to you, or are you the last one?
See, I've got this image in my head that you would automatically be replacing. So the person that you'd be replacing, you'd just be borrowing their kit. And like my fat roll would be like a car tire, like hanging over the shorts, and the t-shirt would be off over my belly.
Well, and no one would know. They'd see the Xhaka kit or the Willian kit.
Imagine
like you would be in it.
Skin
just
tight.
Really red-faced, pasty Irish guy does out of breath within 30 seconds. But I actually played centre back, so if it had been 2 years ago, I could have played, and it probably wouldn't have made much of a difference. But no, I'm a loyal fan. So I'm gonna give it a miss because I want. Yeah, I give it a miss.
Perfect. I think we pretty well split on that one. Okay, next one. You're being blackmailed by a person that has video proof of you cheating on your significant other. They want your ticket to the Champions League final that Arsenal has somehow found themselves in.
Here we go.
They will exchange this evidence for your ticket. You will not be able to watch the match either, as you need to drive 2.5 hours to obtain the evidence before it is sent to the media or whatever, to BG Media. And once it's at BG Media, the whole world's going to see it. So what do? Do you miss the final? Well, all right, forget all the logistics. Do you let the other guy go to the final with your ticket, but you get the only copy of the videotape, or do you just chance it? And let's start with Owen.
Oh, fuck, you had to start with me.
Well, I started with you because you're the only one that's actually been in this position before.
I'm a piece of shit. I'm not that much of a piece of shit. I would rather get a rectal exam by Edward Scissorhands than do either of these things. This is...
Well, that's the next. No, that's the next one.
No, I'm in. Let's go.
That's a really tough one. It's forgiveness. I'm a forgiving guy. I'd like to look. I've never done this either. I've never cheated on my significant other. So,
neither have I.
This is the disclaimer portion of the podcast.
Yeah. This is really tough.
Oh, this is the disclaimer portion of the podcast?
Sophie, we're only an hour late for that, aren't we?
Oh, my God. We're going to need that drink.
Champions League final, though, man. Fuck it, I'm going to the Champions League final. It's always easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission. So I'll go down. I'll stick to that. That's probably horseshit, but I'll stick to it.
Okay. Mikey, I know you could never conceive of this, but
Yeah, no.
And by that, I mean, I know you can never conceive of Arsenal going to the Champions League final, but
this is brilliant by Bulgarian Gooner, by the way. If I'm cheating on my partner, it doesn't mean I don't love them. So going to the final, that's
a very like. I mean, that actually makes sense, which is not at all in tune with what this podcast is about.
It's a very sociopathic answer.
Oh, Jared, she's not watching it? Oh, in that case. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm going to that final. I'm going to the final. As Drago said, damage is done. It's the cat. That cat's going to come out eventually. So I'm going to that final. Yeah.
All right, Tanner.
Everything that Mikey just said, I'll keep it short. And Drago just said too. Yeah, damage is done at that point. It's something. It's going to come out one way or the other. So I may as well get the best of both worlds at this point.
Best of both. Okay,
if I cheated, I had to cheat it for a reason.
Anybody have an opposing view to that? Are we trying to keep that video evidence out? I mean, because it's not just that she's going to find out or he's going to find out. It's that the whole world could probably find out.
And
I mean, when TMZ starts talking about how the bearded Gooner was unfaithful to his wife, it's over. BG Media, like, the stock drops in half.
Didn't hurt like anyone. Didn't hurt Hugh Grant when look what he did, right?
That's true. It's not exactly.
Career went from strength to strength after that little number.
Ryan.
Once you're in the doghouse, you might as well make a bed and hang out. And to be fair, too, I would be paranoid that there would be other evidence out there. So I figured also like it would get out eventually. So the damage is done. I'm going to the game.
Now I have a follow-up question after we're done with all this. But Sophie, are you going to the game? Are you?
Yeah. I mean, look, if I made the decision to cheat on someone and my consciousness, my barometer of good humanity is not good, so I'm going to the game. But would I do that outside of this competition? No.
So if it was just the FA
competition,
Cup final,
yeah.
So the FA Cup final,
yeah, different.
then you go to get the tape. All right. Show of hands. Do any of you actually enjoy the FA Cup, the Europa League, or the Champions League final while you're actually watching it, knowing that at that moment the video is getting released on YouTube? Can you still enjoy it?
Well, it depends on the result. Are we winning it or?
On the results of how the video looks, or how
what are they saying about?
Like, did I do a good job on the video?
Is there winning in sex? I'm not sure. What are you talking about?
Whoever filmed this better have gotten my good side. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. It would be a very unenjoyable video. My pasty white arse. It's like nah.
Right.
It's a GIF because we shortly lived. It's
1-1 in the 86th minute, and you're not only worried about that, but you're also seeing fucking your Twitter blow up. Not an enjoyable situation. All right, let's move on.
Part of me thinks I'll turn into Kim Kardashian, so maybe I'd have that like good.
Fortunately for me, I think as people
build an empire.
As the video came out, people would see my pasty white ass mid thrust and be like, "Whoa, done watching that."
I don't know why.
They might not even know it's me. They might not even know it's me.
I keep getting these mental images. Do you know that photo shoot that Kim Kardashian did with the wine bottle where she broke the internet? I got like Ryan doing that. Those exact poses, oiled up, the champagne.
Classy, Ryan.
I got an ass on me, so I can probably
fever, man. It's the fever.
See, there's new show ideas coming out of this left and right. So I'll let you have them for the Highbury Squad if you want.
I don't think so. No. Feel free to move forward with any of this.
You don't want to do a show about like pasty.
No,
anything?
I'm just staying silent and saving my career here. So
okay, all right.
Dude, we have nothing to lose, so we can.
Okay. God has made a special exception for one night only and is bringing down Lennon and Harrison for a reunion with Paul and Ringo. I don't know. This may not mean anything to any of you, but you get the opportunity to see them live with front row seats. But guess what? Arsenal are playing in
In
the
the
FA
FA
Cup final. Arsenal are playing in the FA Cup final at the same time, and you have amazing tickets to that as well. And you know that you will never likely be able to attend an FA Cup final again because you live in
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
the Falkland Islands or something like that. What do you do?
I hate the
Beatles
Beatles.
reunion.
Don't care about the Beatles. Again,
Right,
it
so
could be Boreham Wood in a preseason friendly. Sorry, I jumped the gun on that. I didn't let you. It's Arsenal all day. Don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, this is more of a referendum on the Beatles, I suppose. But I love the Beatles. This would be hard for me, but I would go to the FA Cup final as well because, I mean, two of them are dead, so I mean, I don't think they could play the guitar that well. Anyway,
dig them up anyway. We'll see. Let's go.
Wait,
Ryan.
I thought you guys were talking about the Rolling Stones. I'm kidding. Don't.
Ryan.
I love the Beatles.
I don't dislike the Beatles. I'm not a fan either. They're good, I guess, but I'm going to the game.
So,
If you said Elvis Presley, that would have been a different scenario altogether. The Beatles, they're pretty decent. I mean, I'm probably only one of the few Brits that rates the Stones over the Beatles.
see, I never got that.
So I'm going to the game.
All right, I'm going to
I
the
can
game.
always,
but-
as the kids of today would say, when I was trying to tell my friends' kids, we were hanging out with them before lockdown. You could see like an eclipse, and they're like, "Yeah, sure, we'll catch it on YouTube."
Yeah, that does kind of suck. That's a whole nother cup of tea. I probably should have
Everyone
said.
watches everything now.
I probably should have said. Yeah, I mean, even if you're at the Beatles concert, that's what you see.
That's what you're watching. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess it should be your favorite band of all time, like reunited, whether they're alive or dead or whatever the case may be. For me, my great. I mean, this is off on a tangent, but when I found out 4 years ago that Chris Cornell had passed away or had killed himself, I had seen him like 10 months earlier, and I was just like shaking. I was like, I'm so glad, because I almost didn't go to the concert. I'm like, if anyone has an opportunity like that to see one of their favorite artists in person, do it, because you never know what's going to happen. So anyway, Owen, Beatles or are you more into like the Monkees or like some other goofy band?
I was a big Oasis fan also, very like Sophie.
Murphy.
Was in
Dropkick.
no, I had an obsession with Elvis from a young age. Dropkick Murphy. Fuck you, mate. Fuck you. They're
If
actually
you had a
not
chance
bad,
to see
like,
people
they're-
singing sea shanties, would you on TikTok? Would you choose?
Here's
that,
a
or
ditty
would
me
you-
mother taught me.
Well, look, if we were all that big into the Beatles, we'd be sitting here with them little round glasses and shit haircuts. I know that you're struggling on that part anyway, Mike. But no, Arsenal. We're Arsenal fans. Arsenal's surely the most important thing after family. But Arsenal FA Cup final. Even though I've been to about 50 so far, saying all these questions.
All right, Mikey. Do
I
you know
like
who the Beatles are?
this. So my older sister introduced me to the Beatles early on in life, so I absolutely love them. And my daughter actually knows a ton of their songs because when she's rolling with me in our pickup, I play the Beatles a lot. So I'm watching the Beatles, man, 100%.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I love it. Mikey, don't worry. Jazz first, of course. Jazz, of
That's a
course,
huge
and
call.
then the Beatles.
Yeah. Well, jazz. Yeah. I mean, you lost all Arsenal credibility when I found out that you like jazz, but anyway. All right. So we got
Them and
Beatles.
Nirvana.
The rest of
Nirvana,
us
I
are
would-
going to. Rest of us are going to the FA Cup final. Okay. You have your choice between these two things. One, free Arsenal tickets for life, including free transportation to and from venues. You still have to get yourself there, so you got to take the plane, but you can basically decide when you want to go to any Arsenal game whatsoever. Or two, you gain the unlimited power to instantly teleport yourself anywhere in the world except to a stadium where Arsenal are playing. In fact, with the teleport powers, you are forbidden from ever attending an Arsenal game ever again in your entire life, even if you pay your own way. So no more Arsenal for you, but you can go anywhere you like instantly with a teleport, or free Arsenal games and travel for the rest of your life. Sophie, let's
What's
start
the
with you.
difference on so teleporting versus what?
You can teleport anywhere you want in your life other than to Arsenal games. And you can never go to an Arsenal game again. So you could teleport to Greece or Cyprus and visit family.
Sure.
Like this, or you can't do that, which most people can't at this point. But you get to go to any Arsenal game, free of charge, full transportation for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I'll do that because I'll always travel somehow, some way. So I'm going with still being able to watch the Arsenal.
But I hate those long flights though. Like teleporting would be pretty.
No, but you get a good meal. You get to sit. I like, it's like being at the bar with someone when you travel on your own. You sit next to someone. You get to tell them shit that you're never going to see them again, and you can tell them shit. You know what I mean?
Some of the best friends you ever make are at the airport.
I mean, row 63C, New York to LA, still friends. I mean,
right.
It was one of those moments.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Owen, what are you doing?
See, I almost have option one. Wait, let me get the details of this. So is travel included? Because obviously I have to get from
travel is included. I mean, you gotta make the plans, but you're basically.
But Ryanair is basically free anyway, isn't it? Like
Ryanair is basically free.
They're literally just.
I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back.
No worries. They basically just chuck you across the fucking ocean in a tin can with no control whatsoever. See, my uncles have season tickets, so I get to use them anyway. So,
where are they?
Where are they?
The tickets, not your uncles. I don't care whether your uncles.
North Bank, in the North Bank, upper tier. Arsenal. I'm going Arsenal because, like Sophie says, part of the enjoyment of traveling is actually getting there. I would think it would get boring after a while if you were just jumping about the place, like Looper, isn't it?
I don't know, man. I mean, that just to be able to. All right, Mike, what are you doing? I guess it depends on the sci-fi levels of what you like to do. Here's what we're gonna do, because I also have to grab a drink. So, Mike, Tanner, Ryan, answer the question, and I'll be back in 1 minute.
Later.
try to keep it civil and professional.
God.
Oh, because it's been that
it only
so
get
far.
better without you, Mike.
I will be able to hear you. You just won't be able to
leave
hear
now. Go. Bye. All right. So I'll say this. I was gonna ask Mikey, but he took off. So if I could teleport by myself and I cannot teleport others with me.
Ooh.
See, I hate traveling alone. I absolutely hate it. So I don't want to go anywhere by myself. So I'm sticking with Arsenal on this one. I'm gonna go watch the games and get season tickets. It'd be freaking awesome, and I'll figure out the travel as is. So yeah, but if I could take family with me, oh dude, totally, that'd be like a dream come true.
I'm taking the Arsenal.
Not that many planes have enough seats for all your family, though. So that's the problem with that.
True. Yeah.
You have to charter the whole plane.
Charter like a 787 jumbo jet.
Wait, so can we get confirmation? Can you bring people with you when you?
You can bring people with you on the yeah. As long you just have to like hold on to them.
Teleport the guy that's going to blackmail you right into like the middle of the desert, and then you're scot free. There you go.
Tanner?
Oh, I'm taking Art. You didn't say that we couldn't travel anywhere else. You just said we couldn't. It was either teleport, but no Arsenal, or Arsenal, and that was it. You didn't put the stipulation that we could. I'm with Soph. I'll always figure out a way to travel somewhere else. And quite frankly, one of my favorite places to be is in North London at the Emirates on a match day. If you've done it, there's just nothing like it. I'm taking the Arsenal all day, every day on that one.
Okay. Ryan?
See, I've never done it, so I don't know the experience. So with that being said, I'm gonna teleport. I can travel, do whatever I want to do, go where I want to go. I can like wake up at the last minute before work and just teleport to work. That'd be awesome. And I would do it every day. So
that's basically for the last year. That's what I've been doing for work. I wake up at the last minute. I don't have to do anything, appearance wise before I go on a WebEx with my clients. This is what I look like at 2:00 in the morning. This is what I look like at 8:30 in the morning. So yeah. So that's a good point, though, because teleporting isn't just about seeing the world. It's about.
And to travel with like loved ones and stuff would be just a lot of fun. And I've been watching Arsenal my whole life on the television, so I don't mind. Or I could teleport to like maybe some London bars and watch the Arsenal game there, which I've always wanted to do also. So that's something I really want to do.
Is it like X-Men teleportation or is it like Terminator? Because I'd have an issue with showing up naked. I don't have the body for that.
Let's not talk about pastiness anymore. We've had enough. This is not a pasty cast. All right. Here's the next one. Soph, do you need to head out, or we got time for one more? You're muted, my dear.
Sorry. Yes, I'm going to have to head out after this one.
Okay. This is the last one. Unfortunately, kind of dark as well. But you have the ability to
Should have come with a disclaimer appearing on this episode for sake.
Sophie and I entered this podcast very, very close friends. We're gonna see where we stand afterwards here. I'm a little worried, but all right.
Don't be worried.
You have the ability to determine the number of champions.
Editing. No, go on. Sorry, what?
Famous last words.
Exactly. You have the ability to determine the number of Champions League titles Arsenal wins in your span of your lifetime. But for each one, it takes 5 years off of each of your children's lives.
Oh God!
How many?
Wait!
I'm so happy it's not a 6 question. So hold on, yeah, I'm delighted about that. You just got rid of your
5
child.
years off of each of Mike's lives is like taking away 230 years of life.
Yeah. All right. I got 44 and I wouldn't do that.
I actually just did the maths, by the way. I did it correctly. All right.
Seeing as I look, I'll just seeing as I go on then. Is there a caveat to it? Or is that it?
No. We don't know how long your kids are going to live without this situation happening, but you do know that whatever it was going to be is going to be 5 years shorter for each Champions League that Arsenal is going to win during your lifetime.
Well, seeing as I skipped their birth, I can't shorten the lives of my children, and my children would be in this case.
I thought you were going to say, seeing as I skipped their birth, then what's 10 years?
No. Now I've got to make up for it. You see, because at some point, the subconscious and the demons catch up with you, and as you're laying in bed at night and you're trying to, instead of counting sheep, you're counting bad Arsenal signings. It just all
were the
becomes
12
insurmountable.
That good? Were the 12 Champions Leagues really that good that I completely?
Yeah. Plus, I'm going to have someone when I'm too old and I need someone to pick my baps out off the floor, so I can walk. I'm going to need a child to help me. So at some point in my life, I'm going to have to be polite to my child.
When someone has to change your nappy.
Yeah, exactly. No champions,
because that means then that we're not going to win the championship, because we can't accidentally win a championship.
I reconciled that years ago.
Yeah. We already know that's not going to happen. So, all right, Ryan.
So, is my kid already alive?
The living ones and the.
Well, I don't have any kids, so I'm saying,
are you leaving open the possibility that your future kid that you haven't met yet, you might not like that much? I mean, is that what you're saying?
Because what I'm saying is, if the kid's not alive, I don't want to get too dark here, but I would win as many as I can win, and the kid I wouldn't have the kid.
No. You're gonna have whatever kids you're gonna have. If you feel like they're gonna live to 80 and you choose to win 5 Champions League, then you've just consigned them to live until they're 55 instead of 80.
Well, okay. So
as my son just closed the office.
Well, all right. So if I have to have these kids anyway, then I'm gonna take the Champions League. I'm gonna win the Champions League once. I want to just experience it once. So 5 years, I would hope my kids live at least 5 more years after me. So I would definitely want to win one. Just taste victory once.
Okay, Tanner. Again, it's a weird question because some of us have kids. You know,
seeing as how I have no kids,
it's like kids on top, no kids on the bottom right now.
Yeah, I have no kids. I will not have any kids. So this is just a no-brainer for me because I can have all the goddamn Champions Leagues I want because I don't have any kids and I ain't having kids. So if I had kids, here's my answer. If I had kids, I'm going to be dead before them. So why the fuck do I care when they die? So I'm not having Champions League.
Said by someone who doesn't have kids.
But you should know that the kids could have a tragic death.
In all seriousness, I would actually kind of side with Ryan, what he said on this one. Hypothetically speaking, if I had children, thank God you didn't say the dogs. Because if the answer is Sophie,
let's all say goodbye to
Sorry,
Sophie.
guys, I have to run. I have another. I have a thing. I've got an appointment, so I
see somebody about a thing. We got it.
Talk to you soon.
got to go talk to my lawyer.
She's suing all of us. Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers. I just got a call with got a call with a cease and desist order. From Sophie's lawyer.
No, thank God you didn't say the dogs because 5 years would be a big deal there, and I would take 0 Champions Leagues at that. If you would have, that would have been the I'm not shortening their lives.
Well, I mean, in the sense that we're talking about somebody that you care about, then we let's change it to dog years. For each Champions League, you shorten their year by their life by a year.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that.
Not even one Champions League.
Nope,
I
not one.
just want one. One.
Couldn't do it. It's like you know where the line gets drawn. That's where the line gets drawn for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Mikey, this is a big decision for you. This goes across all of your kids. You don't just pick one of them.
Oh no.
And say your life's getting shortened, but this goes all of them get their.
I sympathize with Tanner because I mean I've had dogs too, and I tell you what, dogs are way better behaved than children. So, okay. We live in America.
Jared, I've heard. By the way, Jared, I've heard that question before, and we will be putting that up.
I've asked that of them, and they've never answered it.
And Jared, you sick pup. You know what? Hopefully
we'll put that up in a minute. But let's finish this question off. So,
oh my
kids.
God.
All right, I'm preparing for the next one. Listen, we live in America, right? Can't afford to retire anyways, so we might be doing these children a favor if you think about it, right?
Oh my God.
Putting you out of your misery.
I'm going to take 2 Champions League finals, okay? Okay.
Wow. All right.
You sick fuck.
2 Champions League finals.
Wait until the next question gets asked. Hold on.
So he does this.
Oh, I already got my answer.
He does this. He knows that we're going to win a second one. So when we win the first one, he enjoys it, but then also says, I want a second one so bad that my kids are going to die 5 years extra earlier because I need a second one. The first one wasn't good enough.
People are living too long anyway nowadays, Mike. They're 70, 80, 90. Just cut down.
Oh, and
it's really
Have
difficult.
a chance to save your daughter right now because of the leg.
Her leg.
That Mike mentioned earlier.
Yeah, but see, here's my problem. Okay, it's like you're only predicting how long they live. You're talking about the average lifespan, okay? But if, say, for example, I said none, okay, so it's a predetermined decision, and what you decide at this time carries out through the rest of your life, yeah? Is that the premise of it?
Yeah, if you say none, then we will never win an FA Cup.
Okay.
And your kids will live as long as they were otherwise going to live.
Wait,
what happened?
FA Cup, I think you said Champions League.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
What?
It is Champions League, yeah.
Oh, Mike said FA Cup. I got scared.
No, not on this one.
It's the Euro Conference League.
Does that change your mind? If it was Audi Cup, does that change your mind?
Yeah.
So what happens if I make that decision now and then at the age of 19 or 20, the silly bitch walks out in front of a bus? She's just deprived me of Champions Leagues throughout my life because of her stupidity. So...
Holy shit!
No.
40 chess over here.
No, but if you had chosen a Champions League, you would have lost her at 14.
No, all joking aside,
I think
your children are the most important things in your life. So I would say no Champions League. You can get a European title through the Europa League.
That is the correct answer, Owen. Thank you.
I have to make it fucked up before.
All I'm hearing right now is Mike is saying Jake is in the room staring at him.
I know.
Yeah, no. I don't need. I don't need that yet.
His son is right there, like, Dad, you wouldn't, right?
No. Although the interesting question would be like, Jake, if we could win a Champions League, would you take 5 years off of your life? He might actually sign up for that. So I don't know, because I've raised the kid right. So all right, this is just going down a really dark path here. Okay,
it's not going to get better.
Number 13. No, it's not, because here we go.
Only getting worse from here, children.
You have the opportunity to attend the Champions League final and ensure that we win it. So not only are you going to get to go and be there, but we're going to win.
Okay.
But in order to do so, you must agree to spend the first hour of every day for the next 12 months sitting in a bathroom stall with some 400-pound hairy guy, so basically me, with the foulest-smelling dumps who's having beans for breakfast. And yes, he's actually sitting on the toilet having beans. So for 12 months. So definite, and let's say there's a month in between, so you can actually like enjoy and bask in the experience of having just witnessed Arsenal win the Champions League. And a month later, you've got to start basically showing up for your penance. As usual, when it comes to questions like this, let's start with Junior. Are you willing to? I mean, how much do you're not just doing this for yourself? You're doing this for other people now.
You just wanted to get that bean joke in, so this is your whole plot to get me on the podcast just for said jokes, right?
I didn't even think about that,
sir.
The one thing I haven't done wrong on this podcast so far.
I will watch the final whistle go off, celebrate as I walk to the bathroom. I'll start it that day. I'll go to the stadium bathroom and
just get it over with.
Wow.
I'll go straight to it, dude. Watch Arsenal win. Are you freaking, dude? I'm still scarred from the last one. Okay, so I'll take it 100%. 1 hour, easy. I'll be on
1 hour every day for a year.
Mike, I'll podcast from it. Don't worry.
Wow. See? He's
On
hardcore.
location.
He's hardcore. Tanner.
Every day.
I mean, I already do that with myself every day. So, but when it's
the first.
But when it's someone else, I don't eat beans. But
let me just make sure I understand this. So Arsenal, I get to go to the Champions League final, and Arsenal are going to win. But then my penance is for 1 hour every day. The first hour of my day every day for a year, I have to sit in a stall next to you while you eat beans and shit yourself.
Not me per se.
But I mean, like let's face it.
Can it be you?
Well, I mean, if you'd prefer it be me, then we could probably
I mean, it would give me somebody to talk to.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Because what if you don't like the guy? What if you don't like the guy?
Mike, that sounds like father-son quality time to me.
Right.
It's an enormous, smelly, hairy guy.
You help me, your father.
Well, the hair doesn't really matter because I'm not gonna.
Well, the hair just. I would just think it would make the smell worse, but yeah, and yeah.
I mean,
so yeah,
you said his shit is gonna smell like beans, burnt hair, and skunk and rotten eggs. Then okay,
and you're gonna have to look at like the fat just go over the side of the toilet seat and the. I mean, like the visuals.
Watch him.
The visuals. Well, you're not going to blindfold yourself unless you rip your eyes out.
I was like in the stall next door. I didn't realize.
No, you're in the stall with him.
Oh,
and you're sitting in the you're going to watch it, smell it, live it, enjoy it. But
this is just weird.
And if
his knees are bumping into you.
And
it's a small stool.
And it's
a small.
Right, let's assume there's no touching. But like
Peter. There's going to be a lot of cowering. I'm going to be like Lloyd and fucking
if you don't follow through with it for the entire year, somehow in the world that Champions League final never happened.
Back to the Future style.
Exactly. Like the picture with the Champions League final, like it'll start to like fade out.
Can we spur a thought for the other guy who has to sit in a stall with one of us?
We're assuming that guy is the most exciting thing that's ever happened to that guy. I mean, that just goes without saying.
So wait,
as much as I love Soph, I'm so glad she left before this question.
I know this would have been.
Wow. Oh, that's.
And if you don't do this, you basically
like his first shit of the day.
You can choose whether like people will know that they had the opportunity to win the Champions League if you had done this or not. Like we're not going to assume that everyone will hate you for not following through with this, but you yourself know that we would have won the Champions League.
But this is a full year, so do we get to watch the current season at that time from the cubicle?
Sure. Well, presumably in the morning you're not. I mean, you this is just an hour a day in the middle of the morning, so the cubicle.
Wow.
And it's just for 1 hour, an hour a day.
An hour every day for 3 years.
Oh yeah, easy.
You're being selfish. You're being selfish if you're not going into that shitter, okay?
I don't know, man. I don't know. No.
It's the equivalent of
it's easy. I'm taking the Champions League. Come
Yeah.
on. I've at the end of the day, let's face it, I've probably done far worse than watch some fat hairy dude take a shit.
I've been into
I'm absolutely clipping that one thing out and putting that on Twitter.
I wanted that 800 follower or 800 subscriptions to the channel by the end of the month. I'm losing subscribers.
Yeah, if he can get another 200 subscribers by the end of the month, then there will be video of him saying, "At the end of the day, I've probably done something much worse than watching a big fat hairy guy take a shit." That's a good way to build a media empire, right there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. This dude's fucking crazy. He'll do anything. What's he gonna do next?
Oh man.
Okay.
All right, so Ryan, we haven't heard from you yet. You've always usually got a contrarian answer to these.
No. So my plan is I'm betting on Arsenal. I'm gonna win a boatload of money, and then I'm gonna build like a special cubicle to where I can fit my bed in there. And I'm gonna sleep.
What is this cubicle stuff? It's a stall. It's not a cubicle.
I'm gonna extend the stall. I'm gonna extend the stall. I'm gonna put my bed in there, and I'm gonna use it as my alarm clock. It'll wake me up, get me. I guess it won't refresh me, but it'll.
Some
definitely
people wake up to the smell of like Folgers in their cup,
It'll probably look like Folgers in my cup, except it'll be from you. So,
oh my god!
Yeah, it's a good wake up call. I don't need a phone for an alarm clock. I don't need blaring sounds in my ear. I just have a nice dumpy dump. Just fucking
the fat hairy dude.
Yeah.
And don't forget, I'm rich because I bet on Arsenal in the Champions League, which I'm sure.
And the bowl of beans being eaten, which
honestly, I might share the bowl of beans with them. I like beans.
The bowl of beans. That's not.
Hey, you know what?
I could vouch that beans are delicious. Actually.
Yes, I might even invest in a tortilla company with my money and make burritos every morning, like little breakfast burritos.
You're investing in gambling around this scenario, which is not.
It'd be rolling low tortilla.
I'll have Tanner making the eggs in the one stall. I'll have Mike rolling the burritos. It's gonna be fantastic. I got a whole deal going. We're gonna invest. It's a good company.
You know who's gonna love these plans? Megan.
Oh, trust me, I'm the fat hairy guy in the stall blowing the bathroom up for an hour.
She's already signed up for a life of starting her day around.
Arsenal ain't winning any Champions League with me. I tell you that.
Hey, Mike, how do you like your eggs?
To be fair, she's a diehard New York Met, New York Jet fan, which they're not winning anything. So she's got to deal with this.
She already loves punishment. That's that.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Okay. What do we have left? Okay. Arsenal win the. I'm skipping a couple because this is ridiculous. Arsenal win the Premier League title next season. This is a new one. But once they lift the trophy, you must go an entire year without any internet access, not even CFAX. All right, so
fuck is CFAX.
I'm addicted to CFAX. I love CFAX.
I'm gonna have to Google search that now.
I don't know what CFAX is.
Yeah, 84% of the people in our chat will know what CFAX is, especially Daniel Robert. Daniel Robert will know what CFX is.
Mike, is this an old AF thing?
Yeah, it is. All right, so basically,
E-track.
Basically, Premier League title, and then you have 1 year, like from the moment they lift the trophy, no internet whatsoever for you at all for the next 12 months, or we don't win the Premier League and you live life as normal. Ryan.
Yeah, I might be selfish here.
Think about everything you use the internet for. You would not have that.
Does it include work? So you'd lose your job if you use the internet for work, or do you get the internet, or do you get you have very specific internet access?
My friend, I cannot make exceptions. You lose your internet.
Losing it. Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so that includes like cable TV and stuff, right? Yeah, it's like part of your.
So I couldn't watch. So you couldn't watch Arsenal for. I couldn't watch Arsenal for a year then. So they'd win the league, and I'd go the year they defended.
You'd walk to your friend's house, find out what the score was, or you go to get a newspaper. I mean, no.
You know what? I'm not going to be selfish because I couldn't podcast with you lovely gentlemen. So I'm not taking that deal. I want my internet. I want my podcasting. I want my being negative and talking about how miserable I am as being an Arsenal fan all day long with you guys. So,
all right,
not being selfish, or am I?
He wants the internet. Tanner, I know you kind of rely on the internet for work a bit. I mean, we all do, I'm sure, but
I think to one degree or another, we probably all do. But you know what? I could live.
All right, let me abbreviate this. No internet whatsoever for anything that is like discretionary. Work, yes, but anything else, like just because you have it for work doesn't. Just because you have it for work doesn't mean you could like stream a podcast or do a podcast.
You use it specifically for work, and that's
what if there's something that I
can't think of porn up video?
Leave stress.
No porn.
What'd you say, Junior? What'd you say, Junior?
I told Mike, what if there's something very specific I watch to relieve stress?
No, you're going to have to use your imagination for that. I mean, you've done it enough times.
You have a lot of kids, Mike.
You surely have a bank. You surely have a bank accumulated. So
I can't even use someone else's internet for a year.
Ooh,
no, because
can't skirt the system and go to the bar to watch the Arsenal.
No,
I'm still
but if you go to the bar and they're showing the Arsenal game over. I mean, cable TV is an internet.
Over cable, yeah.
Right.
See, because I cut the cord. So all I have is streaming now. All I have is NBC and Peacock and all the other stuff. That's how I watch.
No.
So
no phone internet, no home internet, no anything. I mean, if you go to the bar and the game's over a broadcast television, then yeah, you should.
For a year? For a year? Fuck yeah.
For a year.
Give me the Premier League title.
Drunk.
Oh, absolutely. Give me the Premier League title. I can figure out the no internet for a year thing. Absolutely, 110%. I could figure out the no internet for a year. Yep.
Mike has just changed his name, and
oh my goodness!
Owen must have done that.
I got you, bro. I got you,
Mikey Junior.
All right, Mikey.
Today, Junior.
Internet or no internet?
Listen, Mikey, I already done the no internet thing, dude. I'm a '90s kid, and I grew up in Guatemala. Okay. I'm just a man that wants his pet donkey on a farm.
I'm just a man.
Just a man thinking about his donkey.
Yeah, but when you were 6 on, oh my God, that picture you showed us in that chat. Oh my God. When you were at that age,
Google search picture, right? That's not actually me.
Okay, well, I'm going with the fact that was you. I don't care whether it was you or not, but like the when you were of that age, the internet wasn't quite as important to you as it is now. So I mean, you wouldn't be able to reach out and have our conversations. Wouldn't you miss that?
Yeah. Halfway through this pod, I regretted having internet.
Yeah, so it's a no-brainer for you, basically.
No-brainer for me.
All right, Owen.
Yeah. The only thing I really use, well, in terms of social platforms, is for this. I don't even really use it that much anymore. I've fallen away from. There's too many assholes on the internet. Use people
Amen.
excluded and use lovely people in the chat. It's a no-brainer for me because, to be honest, I've been actually considering just cutting social medias and only using it for this solely and not it. So,
but then how are you going to know what all the fucking like narratives are and shit?
but that's better. It's better, man. Because do you
When
want
we
to
get
know?
on the podcast, how are you going to know like how much people are abusing Arsenal players? And
But see, this is too serious. This topic. But I will say this: something I've noticed is that when you go to the average, when you go to some other dudes just getting a shitload of followers, when you go to the pub now with any sort of like non-active Arsenal fans, they're not really on social media. They're so much more chill. They're not so hyped up about big decisions, and they're level-headed. It's great. I think more people should spend more time offline.
100%. Here.
And if you get a league title on top of that. So
And a league title too. Yeah.
All right, perfect.
My donkey parading.
but who are you going to share those pictures with? So
I'm at a farm. Cows, chickens, sheeps.
okay, here's another one. Stan Kroenke has agreed to sell the Arsenal, and he's going to sell it to Dan Gote, who apparently is the Nigerian prince that everyone sends their money to over email. And that's how he's financing the team.
Oh, that was tremendous. That was fun.
Part of the contract to sell the team, though, involves you agreeing to relocate and work at a Walmart in Greenwood, Arkansas, for free for the next 5 years.
Ooh.
Walmart being, of course, the family business that Stan gloms off of from his wife, and Greenwood, Arkansas being about the last place you would want to go. Just, in case you haven't been there. And I haven't been there, so I can say that. Ryan, after the 5 years, you emerge from a situation where Dangote owns Arsenal, and you only have just the memories of your awful time in Arkansas, and this is one specific part of Arkansas. So I know we have just thousands of viewers and users from Arkansas. We don't, we're not. This isn't anything against you, but you working in Greenwood, Arkansas, for free for 5 years. In order to let that happen, or what?
I don't think so. To be fair, I don't know what this new one is going to do. Granted, I don't think he could do worse or even the same as what we have right now. But I don't know. I don't think I work in Arkansas. I don't think I work in Arkansas at Walmart for free. And just all the horror. I don't know if you guys ever heard the horror stories that is working at Walmart, but they're not great. So I'm not taking it. I'll deal with Stan a little bit longer.
Right. Yeah. This and this. I think this question was originally written before we bought Pepe. So the assumption is we would never actually spend money.
That's fair.
Yeah. But all right. So Tanner,
how am I living? If I'm working for free, how am I surviving?
I mean, let's not let's
or
not
they
beans by eating beans.
Yeah. Or wait. I set up a tent with a sleeping bag in the camping section, and I just get my groceries from Walmart too. So wait a minute, now we might be onto something here. I mean, there's sporting goods in there. I have like an American football. I could, throw the American football. Like, look, this is like the movie Mannequin, Mike. Right?
So
like I could work overnight in the store, and some mannequin's like going to magically come to life, and she's going to be beautiful, and all of a sudden somebody's going to come in and I'm going to be half naked on the floor with a mannequin on top of me, and it's going to be weird to them, but not to me, and I'm done. No.
You've thought about that a little too much, I think.
I have thought about it. You think I haven't thought about it?
Do
I get to bring the dogs?
Of course.
Bring the dog.
Of course.
Fuck game
but
on.
the real question is, do you want? I mean, if we're going to make this because we got complaints that this wasn't Arsenal enough.
If
do you want Dangote over Kroenke?
If the scenario
little we know about him.
If the scenario were like South Dakota or Alaska, where it's nice and cool, it'd be a no-brainer. I don't want to live in Arkansas because of the goddamn humidity.
I don't even remember what got me 3 years ago to say Greenwood, Arkansas. I must have looked for the most rural area in Arkansas that I possibly could have.
Wait a minute. I had everything blown. I didn't see what the comment was. It just got posted. So
there was no comment. He was just pointing. He's got his name back.
Oh.
All right, Mike.
I'm sticking with Stan. I'm sticking with Stan. I'm not totally disenfranchised with him yet. So.
Team Dangote, or are you working?
I'll stick with the devil I know for right now.
Okay,
yeah,
Mikey.
Good point. Well, yeah, Dangote's been buying the club for 15 years now, right? Right. The guy, he's just waiting to scam enough people.
I just need a few more things to happen, and then I'm going to buy the club.
Yeah, just a few more. No, I'm keeping Stan. Few things here. I really don't like Walmart. I don't particularly think me or my donkey would be welcome in Arkansas. I'm sticking with Kroenke, dude.
All right, Owen.
Let me see. I've been
doing a big move from Newry to Greenwood.
I'm doing so. Arkansas is the only U.S. state, Arkansas is the only U.S. state that produces diamonds. So there's the opportunity for that. The state is also known for its beautiful lakes, rivers, and hot springs. It's over 600,000 acres of lakes. Arkansas's musical instrument is the fiddle, which is an Irish instrument.
It sounds great, but
it's very remote, very rural. I don't really like people. Just
don't go to Walmart.
Don't go to Walmart.
Yeah, well, see, that's the only that's the only thing that's stopping me is because the people that work in Walmart from the times I've been to the States, they sort of look like their mother and their cousin is the same person, and
which is exactly what Arkansas is all about. So.
Yeah, well,
did that pop up when you do research that?
Arkansas, West Virginia, and Kentucky, basically that whole swath of the country. So
Tanner's not going to get $800.
I'm going to Arkansas. You haven't seen.
I'm losing them quickly after this.
As we speak.
Let me see. Jesus Christ, Mark Mertz is firing shots.
He's got the name thing. He's got the country thing. I love Marky.
Well, by the way, I grew up in a place where they blow you up depending on which church you go to. So Arkansas is going to be a breeze.
Yeah. Well, you'd think. I wanted you guys to do some pods in the last couple of days because I didn't want to go straight from who's the guy we had on Monday night?
Peter Drury.
I didn't want to go straight from Peter Drury to this because it's kind of like a bit of a weird
big gap. Pretty big.
Yeah, but I wanted something in the between, but unfortunately we didn't get that. All right, I've only got two more, and I made these up just a couple of minutes ago. If anyone in the chat has any more, then please put them in the chat now. If you don't, we'll just assume that you want this to be over as soon as possible, and we would not blame you. Harry Kane gets the World Cup winning goal for England over Argentina, or Eric Lamela wins the World Cup for Argentina over England.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Can I start?
Yes.
Yeah. Easy.
You can't. There's no third option where the whole thing explodes and all that.
No, it's fine.
Actually, it's easy for me too.
Yeah, it's Eric Lamela because it would bring me nothing would bring me more joy than seeing the English fans absolutely livid. I can't wait because every year they go, "Oh, we've actually got a good team," and it's like, "Yes, they're still shite."
It's coming home. Looked after today with the way that we disposed of San Marino today. It's coming home. It is definitely coming home in the Euros this summer.
I will personally create the meme of Lamela saying "It's coming home."
All right, so you're okay with Lamela with a Rabona penalty kick.
Rubino, yes, for sure.
Ribena penalty kick in the 89th minute. All right, Tanner.
I don't really care, to be honest with you. I
You
know.
have to choose?
I seriously this is one of those that it's like I can't choose one, not because it's so bad, because I just don't care. Like I love watching the World Cup, but I just don't. I don't have a rooting interest for it.
Poor sport, boo.
You know what? I hate Harry Kane, so I'll take Lamella winning it for Argentina.
Wow. All right, Ryan.
Wow.
Anyone going to be on my team on this one?
So
Nobody
I
wants
thought
to see Harry Kane. That's what it is.
I think this question's easy, I guess, for me. I'm choosing Harry Kane winning it for England all day long. I actually see over the last couple of weeks, my opinion's sort of changing. I guess over the season, I actually dislike Lamella way more than I do Harry Kane. And also, too, I do not want Emi Martinez winning a World Cup. That's more ammo that some of these fans need about, we sold the wrong goalie. We sold the wrong goalie.
I'd throw for him. If he won the World Cup, I'd throw for him.
I will not be, because the fan base, the majority.
Is he going to be their number one? Is he going to be their number one in the World Cup in a year and a half?
He
For
probably
sure.
will. Who's
Really?
it?
Wow.
Who is it? They have the backup for Man U, right?
Romero. Is it?
Romero's been the number one for a while.
Yeah, but I think I think Martinez is going to.
That's crazy. Yeah, he probably will be. That's crazy.
No, I can't.
But there's another thing as well.
If we had kept him, we'd be in second place right now.
Lionel Messi it would mean that Lionel Messi would win a World Cup, and it would finally put that to bed.
I don't hate that so much.
I would like to change my question then. I'm going with Harry Kane winning the World Cup for England. I don't want to hear these Messi fans. Listen, Maradona is the best football player to ever play this sport.
Oh, no. This is another podcast. No way.
Let me just remove him real quick.
We should do another. With every podcast comes another idea for another podcast. We should do that.
Yeah.
But all right. So we got 2 Harry Kanes and 2 Lamellas.
Here's the thing that real quick to Jared's comment.
I'm breaking this.
To Jared's comment, I don't care where he goes. I'm going to hate that team too, because he's that player. He's
Unless he goes to
me
Arsenal
in the world.
Did you take him at Arsenal?
There's another. That's a real good question. Wow.
Hold off on that. I'm breaking this tie because dating back to the 1990 World Cup, I still have a warm spot in my heart for the English national football team. They made the semifinals that year. They made the semifinals last time. I was the one person at the pub, despite all those fucking scum and Liverpool and Chelsea assholes that played for the team. I was the one guy that was gutted when Croatia actually knocked us out, and I still say us. I love the English national team. And it just sucks that none of we now have some guys that are on the outer fringes of it, and I would love for Saka to play in the World Cup and the Euros. I don't want him to play in these meaningless games, but I would love for him to play there. But I still root for England in the World Cup and the Euros 100%. So I would have to bite my tongue when it comes to Harry Kane. I was devastated when Harry Kane didn't fucking just square the ball in the last World Cup, you dumb piece of shit. All he had to do was just square the ball. But yeah, I would take Harry Kane winning the World Cup over Argentina. So now the question is, would you take Harry Kane?
Thank you for joining us, brother. We really appreciate it. You got to go.
I gotta bounce. I've got work, important stuff.
This is the last time I'll ever see Owen on the pod.
Yeah, this is
not enough dedication from Owen, so he's out.
No, it's not good for my reputation. Let's be honest. I remember I used to be a writer and stuff, and then I met you, Mike, and it's just spiraled. It's spiraled, but it's been a pleasure.
I'll hook you up.
I'll hook you up that life.
But I don't know what that means, but I'll help you. All right, buddy. Have a good night.
See you, boys.
We're almost done here, and we're down to 4. This is now a Gooners Podcast, same old Arsenal AFC crossover show where basically
trying to see how many people he could alienate off the pod little by little. He's just gonna keep on going.
Yeah. It's just gonna end up. I mean, I'm gonna end up getting alienated. It's just gonna be Junior sitting on the podcast.
Breaking news.
Not
only did I not lose a subscriber from this show. We hit 800.
Nice.
Wait, you
Yeah,
lost. Wait, you
Now,
lost.
was it-
You
was
lost
that- was
people
it just-
you
No,
gained
we
one?
not only did we not lose any subscribers,
Oh,
from
we
this show, but we
this
hit
is-
800. We started
Now,
with
what-
798, and we gained.
Were those 2 subscribers people that are watching this show, or is it just random?
I have no
Like,
idea. I didn't even get the
that?
alert. I just refreshed the page.
Do
So I
we
don't
get
even know who it was that subscribed.
Do we get a commission for that? I mean, and we just hit 2,000. Which look, I love 2,000. I love numbers. I like more subscribers. We really don't push for them that much, but 2,000, with
Big.
zero effort is pretty cool. I really
Hey, man. Yeah.
appreciate it. I just
hate
wish
you
like
both. I've been stuck on 99 for like 3 weeks now.
I wish more than
I'll take that tonight.
15 of those 2,000 people would actually watch our show, but that's cool. All right. So Harry Kane contract. Now, let's say this year they drop it. They lose the League Cup final, no trophy. They're already out of the Europa League, and they fall down to 7th place in the Champions League. And Harry Kane's like, you know what? Fuck this. And he goes to Jose Mourinho, and Jose Mourinho really, really pisses him off. And Daniel Levy really, really pisses him off. And he gets in his little pea brain head, not only do I want to go someplace else, not only, could I go to Real Madrid or whatever, but I would love to just follow in the footsteps of Sol Campbell. And let me see if Arsenal want to make a cheeky $50 million pound bid for me, because I will go there. Would you take him?
Because he's an Arsenal kid at heart. We know this.
He's like, I'm not going to ask for Christian Bale money. I'm not going to ask for Gareth Bale money. I'll get, I'll take $250 a week, and I'll play for Arsenal, and and really stick it to them, because I got 3 more years of my career left.
Can we get Arteta to coach out the dirtiness?
No,
You can't.
That's your prerequisite.
Yeah,
it's impossible. Wow.
yeah, that's the prerequisite.
I was going to say stop him from
You get him lock, stock, and barrel. You get all of him.
And he's going to continue to play the way he's always played.
He's going to continue to play the way he's always going to play, which includes 25 goals a year.
I've rooted for scumbags before. I guess I could do it again.
Oh my God! Oh.
Imagine him diving to win a penalty versus Spurs.
I mean, remember when we were looking to sign Luis Suarez, and we're like, that guy bites, he dives, he plays like shit, and then we're all like, oh my God, we're gonna get him. like think about that. Because Luis Suarez was not a I mean, and he had racism issues. Like he was not a savory character, yet we really pushed to get him at Arsenal, and everyone's blaming Arsene Wenger that we didn't. So would you so Tanner, your situation is you would do it, except that if he continues to insist on backing in on players, then you don't want him at Arsenal. Or diving.
I mean, fucking Christ, he's one of the best, and as much as I hate saying it, he is one of the best in the world. I think he's a very, very dangerous and dirty player. I don't like that.
That goes without saying, but people tend to.
I mean, if it like $50 million and he wanted to make it happen, and Arsenal wanted to make it happen, I'd take him.
Right, Ryan.
Yep.
It's a no for me, dog. No way in hell is he coming here and playing for us. I'm not rooting for him. I am not rooting for him. Nope.
Even the Sol Campbell element of, we hated him, but now he just screwed you over.
I also didn't really dislike Sol Campbell. I mean, I guess I did because of the team he played for, but I don't like Harry Kane as a player. I don't. Yeah, I can't. And
Sol Campbell was Derek Jeter. Saul Campbell was Derek. was Derek? He was Derek G. He was a dude that you didn't like him because of the shirt he wore. Mostly, you didn't like him because of the shirt that he wore.
I don't need this guy catching flies for us. He's catching flies over there for that shit stain. I don't. He's just I think you just give us according to the FA and the refs, we already have a bad reputation. I don't need him giving us a worse reputation than we already have. So. To me, it's easy.
I mean, the only other thing
assume he's still the captain of England.
The only other
Easy,
thing
man.
I'd ask in this question is, what's the contract length? I don't care about the money. What's the contract length?
Oh, this shouldn't matter.
Because he's what? He's how old is he? 29, 28?
I have no
29?
clue how old he is.
Yeah, I guess 5 years. I mean, if he's 28, 29,
Honestly,
it
he
really
could
doesn't
be
matter.
anywhere from 26 and 31. And I would have absolutely no idea. I'm guessing he's 28. That's just my guess. I have not looked it up.
Mikey,
But like,
for asking this question.
that's what happens when you give Junior the controls.
That's what
No,
happens when you give juniors the
all right, so
controls.
Mike, you haven't waited. So Ryan is iron. He's not taking him. You'd rather promote.
Absolutely not.
He's
Harry
27,
Kane,
by the way.
Harry Kane is 27, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
I
28.
mean, could there be a more valuable target man in world football today, who is not named Lewandowski, Holland, Mbappe?
Zlatan.
Drew.
I mean, I didn't even hear that.
I said Olivier Drew. I was kidding. Wasn't
Yeah,
serious.
well, look, I mean, he's I love Giroud. All right, so you're not taking him, right? You're just not taking him.
No way, no how. Nope.
You'll say no, and then he'll end up going to like United and then play against us.
Good.
And
I
you're
hate
just-
United. So I can hate him more. That's fantastic.
He hates United more than he hates.
I
He
actually-
hates United more than
Yeah.
he hates the shit
I
stick.
actually
Yeah, I know. That's a whole
actually-
nother conversation.
Yeah.
All right, Mikey, Junior, Kane or no
Absolutely
Kane?
not. Absolutely not, dude. No.
Yeah, high
I
five.
do not.
This is why we're screwed now.
I do not like dude at all, man. He is a cheating little. See you next Tuesday. I couldn't see it. I have a similar, while we're on the subject of him, if you guys had to choose, like, lose in a final, we'll say FA Cup, because that seems to be the theme, or renaming your dog or one of your children Harry Kane. There's no abbreviation. You cannot, and you have to keep it. You gotta. Somebody asks you your name, you can't abbreviate it. You gotta say.
If I had to rename my kid Harry Kane, whatever the other option is, I'm taking it. I would rather sit in a bathroom with some dude taking a bean shit for a year than rename my kid Harry Kane.
Ooh, so would I.
Wow.
What do you know? Yeah, no, that's even in.
Mike, what's your answer? Are you taking him or not?
I'm not taking him.
No, not you.
No.
No.
Senior.
Me?
Yeah.
Dad, they're asking you something.
I am taking him
Oh,
because of the he chose to spend the fucking prime of his career with us. There's one player that I've always said I don't like the way he plays. I don't want him. He's not good enough, and I don't see what the big deal is. And the way he plays, I don't respect, so I don't want him here. It's a player who's agitated to come here. It's a player who we were rumored to have here. Unai Emery wanted to have him here, and I was like, no. I do not want Wilfried Zaha to come to this team, because I have watched him play in person 3 or 4 times and on television 100 times, and I think the guy is just a cheating cunt, and he's not good enough to have that kind of reputation, and I don't want him here. And that's why I was glad we signed Pepe instead of him. And maybe that was the wrong move, but Kane is a different story, man. I mean, I hate him, but most of the reason I hate him is because of how well he does for our biggest rival. And if he were to come to Arsenal, it would be stabbing the back of the Tottenham fans. It would be, he'd instantly.
He would make us better.
He would instantly make us
no,
better.
Yep, that's
And the cheating and the cuntery and all that stuff, all the stuff that comes with him, I could probably get over in time.
let me ask Mike and Ryan this one. You take Harry Kane, Tottenham never win a trophy, but neither do we, or Harry Kane stays at Tottenham when we have a chance to get him and they win the league.
Wait. Say that one more time.
Yeah.
So we have a chance.
hold
We
on.
have a chance to get Harry Kane.
Chemistry.
Harry Kane agitates for a move to come to Arsenal. We have a chance to get him. We don't take it. He stays with Tottenham, and they win the league. They win the Champions League before us.
That's an awful outcome.
Or he agitates for the move to come here, and
we
we
never
get
win
him,
again.
and we get him, but we never win anything with him.
With him. So once
With
he's
him.
done,
When he comes here, but we don't win anything with him while he's here.
But if he doesn't come here, we don't know that we're winning anything anyway.
Right.
So then, yeah, I'm not doing that. I mean, if we know he's coming here, see, this is this. I tried.
No. I'm sorry. Harry Kane comes here and we win the Champions League with him, or he stays at Tottenham. He stays at Tottenham. They win the
Harry
Champions
Kane
League.
to win the Champions League with Tottenham or us? Is what?
Yeah,
kind of the question.
Yeah. So sorry, I really overthought that.
That's not a hard question. I'd rather win the Champions.
So the question becomes, which is more important, the player or the club?
I mean, at that point, yeah. If you tell me, listen, next year Harry Kane's winning the Champions League, is he winning it with us or the scum down the road? I'm gonna say us. Like that's
Okay.
not.
Well, but you were adamant that you didn't want him here.
Yeah, but I also can't predict the future. I can't be like, we're winning Champions League.
Wait, why is it when I do this you get mad at me?
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying.
See, I thought you were asking me and Ryan. You were asking Mike and Ryan, who said they didn't
they're
want
the ones
him here.
that said they didn't want him here.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you're testing how much they don't want him here. Yes. Okay. Now I got it.
Here's the thing. I'm going to go with Jared. Right.
I'm like, this is the easiest question in the world.
We're going to purchase Harry Kane. We're going to stick him to train with the under 18s, and then we're going to win the Champions League without him.
I mean, it's the when we had the Tony Turner discussion of, would you rather win the FA Cup and Granit Xhaka score 2 goals or not win the FA Cup and Xhaka has a horrible game?
Oh, who possibly could have? I mean, come on. What Gooners would have?
Wait,
come on, Ryan.
No, I didn't agree to that. I didn't say that.
You'd rather lose?
He's lying. He's
so
lying.
what we're getting out of this is that
lying.
Ryan may or may not have said he would rather lose the FA Cup.
Not Ryan.
I did not say that.
But I'll tell you, we asked this question to Tony and he couldn't answer us. It was funny.
He hates Xhaka that much.
Yes.
Yeah, I do not hate Xhaka that much.
At the end of the day, I mean, I don't like scumbag players. Like I just don't like scumbag players.
By the way, the real Giannis has just hit on another preview of a podcast that we're going to be having in about a week and a half. The only Kane I like is a mayor right now. He is the mayor of some town in Tennessee. We will be doing a WrestleMania preview show slash.
Oh, that's right.
Slash like what Arsenal players look like, WWE wrestlers. This is what happens when Andy just takes a bunch of months off of the podcast. All the things that he stands for are like thrown out the window because we're going to do this.
He's going to drop by in the chat just to call us nerds.
We're going to do this, not nerds, virgins. If we do this WrestleMania podcast, if we say we're going to do this WrestleMania podcast and then you never see it, you're going to know that Andy basically got to me, killed me, but
deleted the recording.
Yeah, but I think there's enough people that like Arsenal and are able to have a sense of humor about the old WWE. I mean, no one actually believes that it's important or real or anything like that. But
wait, it's not real.
It's not real. All right. So the Harry Kane thing, we pretty much decided. All right. The last question that I have, and if anyone else wants to get anyone else in, I mean, at this point, it's just kind of degenerated to a chit show. Oh, good question.
AEW.
Right now, AEW 100% better product.
WWE is too childish at this point.
AEW is a much better watch at this point.
Yeah.
But let's save this for the other one because
all right.
It's going to be fun. Harry Kane, still playing for Tottenham at this point, not Arsenal yet. Harry Kane undercuts Saka with his famous move. And when Saka lands on him, he's okay. But Kane's leg is chopped off, never to be attached again.
Oh, my God.
However, in the wake of that, Saka starts laughing so hard he bursts his eardrum and never regains full balance again.
Oh,
would you rather this situation happen, or would you rather it not happen?
That's awful. I don't want that situation happening. That's just bad karma. That's just bad karma all the way around.
Ever.
What'd you say, Mike?
So I would never want that for Saka.
Yeah, right.
But you've literally just removed Harry Kane's leg.
Nah.
Yeah,
Nah.
I can't.
Yeah, understood. He'll be back in 3 weeks, but like
I kind
Right
of
before
want
a
it to
game
happen.
against us.
I kind of want it to happen just for the story. Like,
I mean, that would be.
you lost your hearing. Like, yeah, I was laughing so hard at this.
My eardrum burst.
My eardrum burst because this scumbag's leg just fucking disappeared and fell off.
Like we're all just we're all just kind of I mean, Schadenfreude laughing at Harry Kane because it was his fault, and then they're like Saka just goes down and starts because he's laughing so hard.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a sick man.
Nobody does.
I've been 4+ weeks without my wife. This is all I think about at this point. So no one's willing to sacrifice Saka for Kane at this point. I mean, I guess that's really what it comes down to.
Nah.
I mean, Saka will have a good life. He just probably can't play football if he can't keep his balance.
Well, you just said he could. He never regained his balance. He wouldn't even be able to walk. Every time he walked, he'd fall over.
He's still better than some of the shit we put out there sometimes, but
I'd
Kane,
play him over Xhaka for sure.
Kane without a leg. I mean, I think he's done. So, all right. So that's all I got for this show.
As always, dude. These types of pod, they start whining where else do we go from here?
So we have two choices. We can either end this, or if anyone else has anything we want to go over. I think we should end it personally.
Would you rather be a duck-sized horse or a horse-sized duck?
Oh, that's like a David Ziegler question. My good friend David Ziegler. Oh no, what was? Oh, the question earlier that was asked. I think we could probably get to that now.
The wife and the mom, the mom and the wife.
Yeah. Who was that asked that?
Oh my God, that's awful.
Yeah, I'm looking back. I've heard that question before. All right. Would you rather Harry Kane not score assist for his career and he stays playing every game for Spurs, or Bruno Fernandes? All right. So
Harry Kane. I'd rather Harry Kane not.
So this isn't like a joyful situation versus an awful situation. This is just which player would you rather
Harry Kane screw over?
This is a bad
all of a sudden just completely jump the shark, as it were, as that's an American phrase, but Harry Kane for sure.
It's got to be Harry Kane, because if you take Harry Kane in the equation, they're you take if you have Bruno Fernandes.
Remember what United was before Bruno Fernandes showed up, though. I mean, they were a 15th place club.
I feel like they'll also sign play. They'll get better. Spurs without Kane, they will not get better. That's at least to my belief, unless they get Bale on loan again, or Luka Modric decides, you know what, I got a year left in my tank. I'll come play back for my boys.
So did I hear that? Did I hear that Gareth Bale basically?
Yeah, that's true.
Did I hear that Gareth Bale basically just just fucked off all Tottenham supporters by saying he was just he's on a rehab assignment? I mean, is that what it was, or is that just the?
I heard. I didn't know how true it was. I don't know.
So I scrolled back through the comments. I have Jared's question here.
Oh, why?
So,
why did you look for it?
Yeah.
Would you rather?
Yeah, I'm looking for it. But
sleep with your wife trapped in your mother's body, or sleep with your mother trapped in your wife's body?
I love how it was a question for Owen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's because Owen put him on the spot on the Gooner crack.
So I guess
now he was trying to put it back on Owen right there.
It's crazy because tomorrow I drive, which was what makes this such a bad idea. Tomorrow I drive about 12 hours to Florida to reunite with my wife. I'm bringing my son and his friend, and her parents will be there for a couple days, and we're all just going to see each other on a beach and be happy and stuff. So I actually have to think about this. Because this could happen. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
If there's some sort of what was that movie that what's that movie that what's her name was in that girl that had all the drug problems? Who's that actress?
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah. Yes. Nice. What's that Lindsay Lohan movie? This kind of sounds like a question from
Wacky
that.
Wednesday?
No,
Freaky Friday. Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday,
Freaky
Wacky
Friday.
Whatever, same concept.
Come on, one of the three.
Wacky-
One of the three movies I've seen.
Wednesday.
Yeah, no, it's Mommy Monday.
The question here is: would you rather sleep with your wife's mind or her body? That's the question.
So hold on. So I guess because you guys didn't answer this question, and my question would be is when you do the deed.
In your
switch
mother's
back?
body. Oh, I was thinking of your mother's body. Oh my God.
Oh, I did too. Oh.
In my mother's body? Oh no.
Oh, then it's easy. Yeah.
That
Is
was
it
the
easy?
threshold
What's
for
the
me.
answer? Wait, what's the answer? If it's
I
easy,
sleep with my wife. That's
in her mother's body.
No. I sleep with my mom that's in my wife's body.
Yeah, oh my
I do
God.
my
Yeah,
wife.
you're not in the bed looking at your mother.
I literally just the whole time I'm going, I'm like, shh, stop talking, don't talk, shh, don't say anything. Close your eyes.
Just
close
shut
your
up.
eyes.
Just shut.
And
You know,
it'll-
Mike,
it'll-
you know what this is?
it'll all be
This is-
understood.
It's his prom night.
No,
Ryan
but
just described his prom night.
the situation
Well,
is this.
she had one eye open, all right? Easy.
You're looking at no.
She only had one eye.
This is the situation.
Not the point, not the point.
Is it over?
You're looking at your wife and her attractiveness, and that's what you're doing things to. But then she's like, "Oh, son, that feels so good." I mean,
Why are you
that's-
so high, dude?
Don't forget to take the
Why?
garbage out. Oh, say hi to your dad when we're done. Like,
yeah, that's what the situation that you're talking about is at this point. And I mean, like there's no scenario in which I am looking
I just tell
at
them
my mother while that's happening. So that's off the table. But like, you have to realize who's in there though. Like that's Jared, you son of a bitch.
No,
That's an awful
I'm
question.
I'm still going with my wife's body. I could just say
I'm going with your wife's body too, but like,
I mean, I'm going with Megan's body too. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
but I don't want
fair.
I don't want my mom like are the kids okay? Is everything okay? Like I'm like, this is
My brother
awful.
figured out
Jared,
like, yeah.
you son of a bitch.
That was terrible.
You know what the worst part is? He hasn't commented. He's gone at this point.
He's not
He
even
just
here.
planted the seed and left. You know?
I love how the real Giannis is like 12:15. Bulgarian Gooners like 1:15 in the morning where they are, and this is what they're dealing
This
with.
is this is their entertainment. Boy, oh boy. Glad for you guys.
Oh my God, gents, listen, I gotta run.
Yeah, let's
fun.
just mercifully end this.
Yeah.
So it's the InterLOL, so there's absolutely nothing to do other than to say goodbye. Ryan, are you doing any kind of podcasting anytime soon, or are you waiting till Liverpool comes back?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be doing the same old Arsenal, which we're asking the fans to help us out, and hopefully
Fans of Arsenal or fans of yours?
fans in general. And I'm asking the Gooners Podcast fans too. Everyone that's in the chat, if you're not following me, follow me right now. I demand it because I said so. And yeah, hit us up and ask us something that you want us to talk about. And
Nobody from Arkansas.
And nobody from Arkansas because I'm not coming to work at your Walmart. But yeah, just I love these podcasts. I'm so happy you had me on, Mike, and I love doing things like this where we can kind of just be goofy, like somewhat talk about Arsenal, but yet be goofy and kind of talk out of our arse a little bit.
Look, we have a long-standing tradition. We have a long-standing tradition on the
Jesus
Gooners
Christ.
podcast of doing a couple different types of pods. Very serious, very cool guest interviews, game reviews, and then during the interludes we get a little bit off our rocker. And so this is this is kind of along the lines of what we normally do during an interlude. But if you want Arsenal talk, you're going to get it here as well. After the games, you're going to get our brand new weekly open mic shows. So yeah, it's not all just asking about porking other people's mothers. We try to have that be as part of every pod as we can, but it's not just all about that. So, but when it is, we have Ryan and Tanner on.
Yeah, and also subscribe to BG Media because we're gonna have some podcasts. Tanner might not know it yet, but we got stuff brewing, and I'm sure we'll have some content coming out. Maybe might not be terribly Arsenal related. It might be more of this style, or it could be very Arsenal related. I know we talked about maybe doing a squad building where we kind of picked our 25 players that we want to carry over to the next year. But there's a whole bunch of stuff. So, I appreciate all the support that you guys give me and the chat gives me. And just feel free to hit me or 10 or up and just, let us know what you guys want to hear because, we do for us, we do for you.
The Arsenal podcast community for the most part is a very, 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 very communal place. We're all doing stuff. We all support each other. There's no competition. And I like it that way, man. And I'm glad. I'm honored. I'm honored to be friends with you, with you blokes. Tanner. Speaking of which, the man with the media, the man with the hair that I didn't cut off today. The man with the boom. Mic situation.
Yes.
Same mic, but his is hanging from the ceiling and mine's all on the desk.
Yep.
What do we got going on this for the next couple of weeks before we have football again?
BG Media, nothing over the weekend, no games, so well-deserved weekend off.
No videos of you eating beans on the shitter.
Let's not rule anything out just yet.
Yeah, listen. I'm off Saturday. It is technically Megan's birthday weekend, but things happen. I could sneak away for an hour and eat some beans.
Did she get my present?
No.
She must think I am the creepiest, most disgusting person ever because I joke around about it.
No, my trust me, she's met me. She's met me. So.
I was just gonna say that. Damn.
And I guarantee you, if she were here and she could respond to either one of these, she would have said the same. She'd be like, "Mike, I know. I've met Tanner before you."
I'm used to being the second creepiest people know.
Yeah. Listen, if it ain't creepy, it ain't funny. All right. No. Seriously, nothing over the weekend. I'll be back next Tuesday with same old AFC USA. Thursday, another episode of Beards and Cannons, and then we get back into the Arsenal tailgate and Arsenal aftermath for Liverpool.
Sweet. I am hoping they don't move. They're going to move Liverpool to the Saturday, aren't they?
They already did.
They already did.
Fuck.
I'm so mad. I was off. Obviously, I was.
I drive home from Florida on Saturday. It's an 11-hour drive. And what time do they move it to?
Oh, I want to say. I don't know why I want to say 3:00, but I might be.
That's exactly what I was thinking. 3:00. Yeah.
3:00, as in like a Saturday night game in the UK. 3:00.
Saturday night game over there. It is 3:00 in the afternoon here. Yeah.
All right. Which sucks for Arsenal because we can't play early games and we can't play late games. So apparently, so that sucks. So I'll be literally driving through South Carolina during the game.
Let your son drive.
Well, I probably will. Well, we'll be listening to it, but my wife will be with us as well. So yeah, I might not be driving, but we will be driving in the sense that so I'll see the game, but we won't be able to do the normal stuff. We'll talk to our team about it. But yeah, that sucks because I would like to have watched that game. I was counting on. I actually decided to come home that Saturday so that I could watch the game on Sunday. That's how important Arsenal is to me. And now they fucked us. But anyway, we're going to win that game. We're going to win the rest of the games. We're going to win the Champions League.
Like Kevin Campbell said.
Just like Kevin Campbell said.
We're winning now. I love Kevin.
Mikey, how many of your podcasts are you potting on between now and Liverpool? Are you going to be doing it? Are you going to be doing? I'm putting you on the spot. Are you going to be doing any shows on the Gooners Podcast between now and the Liverpool game?
Maybe. So I want to put on a show on the Gooners Podcast for sure. What I don't know. I'm working with a well-known writer that's on Twitter, and hopefully we could come up with something with Owen. And also on my podcast, that more of a weekly podcast, not so much consistent. So we normally go for about an hour and a half. It's called Not Another Arsenal Podcast. We will be doing a show over the weekend prior to the pool game as well about team building and transfers. So you guys can Not Another Arsenal Podcast. I'm very, very small. That sounded horrible, by the way, compared to Mike and Tanner.
You're not small to me, Mike. Yeah. You're not small to me.
It's called indented. It's not small. It's indented.
Mike, after 47 kids, does it really matter how big it is?
Yeah, it got the job.
Clearly, it works.
Yeah, that's all that matters, man. Does it work?
Dear
Strong
listener,
swimmers, baby. Strong swimmers.
dear listener, I've been
Michael Phelps up in this dick.
the podcast has been at 99 for like 2 to 3 weeks now.
Follow his ass. Follow his ass. It's a good pod. You got Jared, you got Kelly, you got Chris, you got occasionally me, occasionally these guys. It's a good podcast.
I am planning on crashing one of their podcasts soon. I'm just saying.
Good stuff to watch.
Need to sub down.
And the answer to Daniel is Americans do not say 9p. I've just started doing that because I need those extra characters because there's only 240 characters in a tweet, and I like to fill up every single one of those, and sometimes I got to take the M out. So the question is, do Americans say 9p rather than 9 p.m.? You always forget the M on your Twitter post, and it's just because I need the goddamn I need those characters. So
Giannis says he's getting you to 900, Mikey.
900? I think you mean 100.
Or 100. What I say? Yeah, 100.
Giannis is creating.
I'm not even drinking.
Giannis is creating
another Arsenal podcast. I'll look this up, bro. Thank you.
I'm constantly refreshing right now. Come on.
I am too.
Come on.
I want another announcement. I want another major announcement.
Yeah, I want to. We're doing this live on air, Giannis. We're not going to go anywhere until you get us to 100.
Yeah, let's go.
99.
Mike's going to throw out his outro. Go.
I must go. I have a lot of driving to do tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you to Sophie, who I think made a very good decision in leaving this podcast over an hour ago. Thank you to Owen. Love you guys, and come on, you Gooners.
What do you think of Tottenham? Ew.